It's like Sonedi chain, fat cigars, pull up like a shake, chauffeured cars, killer suits, lakha de pair. I'm an Accor plus millionaire. Big demand.
My favorite comment, why are you wearing the
Dubai frames. Today's episode is special because what we're going to be talking about, what paid hotel loyalty programs exist. We've got someone who has been a consultant with Apple in India for the last 9 years. He was part of the team that launched the iconic Apple BKC store in Mumbai. He's someone who cycled all the way from Kashmir to Kanyakumari.
In fact, I maintain an Excel sheet to see, am I getting at least break-even value for the Accor Plus membership?
Amay is chuckling here Excel sheets. It's like कि चलो कोई तो आ गया मेरे साथ Excel sheet बनाने वाला.
रुको. अब मैं Excel sheet नहीं यूज करता. Google sheet भी नहीं यूज करता. वो एयर टेबल वाला बंदा है. और जब वो एयर टेबल का लिंक आपको भेजता है ना, आप बोलते हो ये क्या है, तुम शीट पे भेजो, मैं शीट वाला आदमी हूँ. कॉग्निटिव लोड बढ़ जाता है. कॉग्निटिव लोड.
कल we shot a podcast. The entire 1.5 hours, I did not use the word framework and I did not use the word cognitive load. Guess which two people used both those words 2 times. So for me, Taj Epicure, there is one free night that you get. You should be able to extract value out of the 25,000 just out of that. का break even हो जाएगा.
In fact, I think that is the place where I've used most of my buffet vouchers. But the chef does a really good job. There is this Egyptian dessert that the guy makes really nice. Umali. I only read it on the really
into
nice.
My yum list immediately. So after Great Indian Yum show, it's going to be Great Indian Gana Gao show.
Great Indian Idol show.
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles show. 0 to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Miles show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Great Indian Points and Miles show. This is your show where we typically geek out about all things credit cards, air miles, hotel loyalty programs, and along with that, the yum stuff. Today's episode is very exciting because oftentimes we talk about the rewards that we get from our credit cards, and based on the rewards we get, we either convert them into air miles, which get us free tickets on economy, business, and first class travel. Or we transfer those points to potential hotel partners where we unlock free stays, suite upgrades, and even discounts on multiple yum opportunities. Today's episode is special because what we're going to be talking about is not free hotel memberships, not free airlines. We're going to be talking about, by flipping it on the head, paid hotel programs. Now, this is a very unique opportunity for you to understand what paid hotel loyalty programs exist, what you can do with them, are they even worth it if you already have a ton of credit card points, and where can you unlock massive opportunity. So with that, welcome. I am very happy to introduce my co-pilots like I always. Introducing Mr. Dhimant, who can squeeze out a Taj voucher from a birthday cake. And off late, although he's been Accor Platinum, आजकल सर ताज में हॉलिडे कर रहे हैं. ये क्या शिफ्ट आया है आपकी लाइफ में? क्या चल रहा है भाई?
चल रहा है, बहुत कुछ चल रहा है. I think Taj has remained one of those elusive properties where still you want to go because you know it's not easily available to take. So yeah, I am going to a Taj holiday soon.
Upgrade मिलेगा?
Hopefully, let's hope we do.
All right, looking forward. We'll hopefully cover that redemption soon once you're back. So looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome, Ameya. Ameya is that kind of guy who can probably score most ROI out of anything than a chartered accountant can. Ameya, swagat hai.
This is not financial advice, but I think it will help you anyway.
And with that, we've got a very, very exciting guest today. We've got someone who has been a consultant with Apple in India for the last 9 years. He was part of the team that launched the iconic Apple BKC store in Mumbai. He's someone who has run marathons in 13 unique countries. He's someone who cycled all the way from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Think about that, cycled from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. He's a friend of the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. He's been an early believer in the Great Indian Points and Miles Show. We're very, very happy to welcome him. Welcome, Srini.
Thank you so much, Adil, Dimant, and Ameya. I have learned so much from watching your videos and so thrilled to be here and share my stories with you and the viewers.
Thank you so much. Very, very happy that you flew all the way from Chennai and came just for the show.
All on points and miles.
All on points and miles. There you go.
Love that touch. Love that touch.
He's staying at the Mercure.
Yes.
Did you score your upgrade with your platinum?
Absolutely, like sweet room.
Yeah.
Complimentary breakfast.
Yeah.
And, all the amenities thrown in with a handwritten letter in the room. So made me feel very special.
Fabulous. So चलो begin करते हैं, शुरू करते हैं आज का कार्यक्रम. So what's on the agenda today? We said paid loyalty programs. So with paid loyalty programs, these days, everybody and their uncle seems to be buying Accor Plus. Unpack this for us. Tell us what Accor Plus is all about. And when did you get introduced to it? Why did you buy it? Did you buy it for this year as well? And what do you get out of it?
Sure. Yeah. So I work in the nonprofit social development sector. So I'm always looking for what I call as the alchemy of value, turning the mundane into meaningful, and how can I make the most out of all my spends and so on. So when I started into the points and miles game a couple of years ago, I always start with the first year as an experiment. And then if it makes sense for me after a year, then I renew it, right? So I got into Accor Plus 2 years ago as an experiment because everyone was talking about it. And I thought, okay, can I, as I say, alchemy of value, can I make whatever points I have go further? Because we all love accelerators, don't we? and 5x and 10x. So I thought, how can I make my Accor points do more? Then I got to know, Accor Plus is there. So I signed up for it. To keep the story short, I would say the last 2 years, I've gotten great value out of it, be it your stay plus free nights, be it the 78% extra bonus points with your platinum or 48 with gold, or free dinner, lunch, buffet vouchers, depending on which city you are in and so on. In fact, I maintain an Excel sheet to see, am I getting at least break-even value for the Accor Plus membership I paid, and anything more than that is a bonus.
Amay is chuckling here Excel sheets. It's like कि चलो कोई तो आ गया मेरे साथ Excel sheet बनाने वाला. But I have a very interesting thing.
रुको. Amay Excel sheet नहीं use करता.
Google
sheet भी नहीं यूज करता. वो एयर टेबल वाला बंदा है. और जब वो एयर टेबल का लिंक आपको भेजता है ना, आप बोलते हो ये क्या मैंने सेट करने वाला, तुम शीट पे भेजो, मैं शीट वाला आदमी हूँ. कॉग्निटिव लोड बढ़ जाता है.
Cognitive load. Yeah.
Move with the times, man. Air table.
Cognitive load.
There is a very interesting story. Should I bring that story up?
Please.
I've been being called by Adil on frameworks, cognitive load.
Chief Framework Officer.
Yeah. Kal we shot a podcast. ठीक है, and Adil put a post on YouTube. So it's not a Great Indian Points and Miles show. Surprise for everybody. Like we shot a podcast with somebody external. The entire 1.5 hours, I did not use the word framework and I did not use the word cognitive load. Guess which two people used both those words 2 times.
Oh, sir, inspiration.
And
देखो बुरी संगत का असर बहुत जल्द होता है, right? Good friendships and bad behaviors are adapted very, very fast.
No, bad or good, Dhimant's wife has been saying कि धीमंत आजकल गाने गाने लगा है.
So we have caught characteristics of each other.
आजकल तो चल रहा है ना, तुझे लगे ना नजरिया, क्यों ना उड़े तू चुनरिया, ये तो नहीं गाया ना. ये गाते तो भाई कुछ अलग ही सीन हो जाता घर पे.
So then I think it's very good possibility that I may start using air tables very soon. Start using new technology technology and tell Amay one day कि भाई नया technology आया है तो start कर दे use करना.
क्योंकि धीमन जीपीटी का कमाल तो हम देख रहे हैं आजकल. हमारे सारे conceptualization है वो तो धीमन जीपीटी कर रहा है आजकल, तो वो तो सही चल रहा है.
So after Great Indian Yum Yum show, it's going to be Great Indian Gana Gao show.
Great Indian Idol show.
That we will be convinced because I normally keep singing. Last episode में धीमंत made an attempt,
Started.
right?
Oh.
The only guy who's remaining and I'm staring at is Mr. Avaya.
Yeah, I start singing, हमारा सब subscribers भाग जाएगा.
Dude, अरे सर double हो जाएगा.
Dude, नहीं उल्टा होने वाला है. Like because you guys called me the whatever guest relation. I don't know what did you call it. What word was it?
Chief Guest Acquisition Officer.
Now I think I'm going to have a difficult time. बोले साले मैं जाऊंगा मेरे से गाना गवाएंगे ये लोग. I am not going. Like don't make it more difficult for me.
Sir, C Gao, guest acquisition officer. उसमें ही गाना है. C Gao.
अच्छा, good.
So, but will Ameya sing in Banyan Tree Kyoto? Or your Mondrian? Or your Mandapa?
He didn't go to Mondrian because and this I'm going to bring up with Sunena today when she's coming this afternoon, saying that the way I'm going to introduce Sunena is, Sunena, we heard you had a great trip in Hong Kong. By the way, Sunena is Ameya's wife. Ameya took you to Hong Kong and over a period of 3 days, he got you moving from one hotel to the other. How was your experience?
I was asking you on Accor Plus, I had a very, one of the things that I observed a lot with people who are newbies, and honestly, like most of the interactions happen with newbies, right? While we are this strong thousands of people who are in our community, but there are a lot of people joining this community every day.
In different stages of their journey, exploring all this.
But the journey of the most basic people is the most exciting because they are stuck at a place where they don't even know what an Accor loyalty program is, right? And the reason also we wanted to do this episode today was to understand, like when you first heard about the Accor Plus, right? What were the questions that came to your mind? Like what are the questions? Like did it worry about the price? Like what are the questions that came to your mind before you took that experiment jump?
So for me, it's all about the what they call as aesthetics of optimization, right? Like, what more value can I get out of it? But to be honest, I was like, will I get suite upgrades? What are the possibilities of getting a better room, better service, and so on, right? And to be honest, I did a lot of reading up and research. So rather than going and asking someone, I go and do a lot of searching, read the forums, go through your videos and take notes and then explore myself. So when I went to the Accor website, to be fair, it was a bit confusing because the terminologies, the naming of the different memberships was a bit confusing initially. But the more I see the tables and comparisons and so on, and of course the Accor customer care, if you write to them, they're pretty good with the answers, right? They clearly tell you. I usually share screenshots from my app and so on. So seeing all this, I was quite convinced कि पहले साल तो मुझे लेना ही है because it will get closer to for my Accor Platinum. So because a lot of perks were under Accor Platinum and not Gold. So I was more eyeing for the Platinum, right? So I was like, okay, first year to dekh lunga main. And getting the Accor Plus membership, I was quite convinced after all my research. And of course, I asked some of the CC geeks and freaks, hey, does it make sense? And most of them were saying, absolutely makes sense, right? So I went for it. And now I'm going to be like renewing for the second year also.
So your predominant driver was acquisition of the platinum status. Just for our users, if you buy the Accor Plus subscription, it comes with a complimentary silver status. So you don't start so although you might be a base member, and even if you've not stayed even a single night at Accor, the moment you buy Accor Plus, you upgrade to a silver member. And then I think as soon as you stay a few more nights, you graduate to gold and eventually you get to platinum. But we've explained to our users in our videos, which are on our YouTube channel, how you can graduate from silver to platinum fairly quickly. So you also got this predominantly for the platinum status because you wanted to optimize for quality of upgrades, which is like the suite upgrades largely. And because platinum then unlocks free breakfast, lounge access, so on and so forth. Talk a little bit about, have you used the dining discounts? Like Over the last year, when two people dine, they used to give 50% discount across APAC. But now from October 1st, when the benefits are changing, this has become a flat 30% discount. Over the last year, have you enjoyed the food benefits? Have you used the 50% discount? You were talking about you recently went to Japan, you took your mom for an international vacation, her first trip. Have you used these elsewhere? And do you also intend to with the 30% change coming up?
Absolutely. So I think one more thing I want to add is having the Accor Plus membership along with status unlocks club lounge access, which I absolutely love, right? Because you have happy hours and evening snacks. वो तो dinner ही बन जाता है. So I love the club lounge access. And in my profile, I saw a lot of vouchers. Some vouchers like buffet lunch free or buffet dinner free and it's also location specific also, right? So in Chennai, for example, I went and had a buffet lunch at the Novotel, completely complimentary because of my membership and so on. So I have used those dining vouchers. I have used some of those vouchers. The only thing I've not used is the birthday cake and other things. But a lot of the vouchers I have been unlocking. So that is like icing on the cake, right?
Got it.
On top of all the other core benefits we talked about, these vouchers are just extra value. So
Look,
I think it's a no-brainer.
I think, Adil, there is a few things that I want to add. Like, I want to bring in a contrarian opinion, right? Because one of the reasons why Srini bought the Accor Plus was, and maybe some of us also did, was to complement what they're already doing with the points game, right? Miles game. Now, let me give you an ulta perspective, right? So I have a very good friend, college friend called Neha, and she typically is a person who doesn't carry too many credit cards. She has like one credit card and she lives her life with that credit card, right? So she doesn't worry about the rewards. Now, when she came to me, I think my suggestion to her was, even before going and starting to look at cards which earn you Accor points, get the Accor Plus, right? That's a great starter. Right? Rather than trying to say, ki, okay, one way of doing it is complement your existing miles and statuses and, start to grow it with Accor Plus. The second way is start exploring the Accor. I mentioned it in one of the other episodes also, right? There is a reason why it's called Explorer. You start exploring the ecosystem. If you like what you do, get into the game, right? That's a great motivation in my view. And more often than not, what will happen is by end of the year, you will realize, okay, did I like the food in these properties? Did I like the value perspective that Accor brings to the table? Or am I a Taj guy? Because the same guy probably either has bought an Epicure in the past or some other membership or is thinking of. Once you get accustomed to the kind of properties that you make you stay in, I think you get a great perspective on like what you want to do from here on.
See, two quick points. Fundamentally, brands love paid memberships. They love people who pay for their memberships. One thing. And second is, I've often seen when I travel, like a paid credit card, right? You don't always need to get an LTF card. Like if you pay for a credit card, it unlocks values that normally you don't get with a LTF or a free card, right? So I believe in paying because brands put in so much of their resources into maintaining all this. And from my travels, I've seen that paid members do get that extra benefit, extra better treatment and recognition, which I love when I check in.
Anything else you want to talk about? Accor Plus. Amya, any thoughts? Any favorite feature of, because the four of us, all of us have the Accor Plus memberships. What has been your favorite feature? Where have you unlocked a sweet spot? Where have you double dipped?
Yeah, I think let's go through some of the features, and I'm going to steal Dhiman's thunder on frameworks, but we can put together a framework. Before getting into the framework, the Accor that you're staying at, these people make the best rotis that I've eaten in Bangalore. It's a very small thing to talk about, but the chef does a really good job. In fact, I think that is the place where I've used most of my buffet vouchers. They make a delicious bread butter pudding. They have, there is this Egyptian dessert that the guy makes really nicely. I think it's called Ali. And
it's Umali.
I only read it on the plate.
It's with dry fruit.
Yes.
It's warm.
It's got like
moist.
walnuts and moist.
It's
this
amazing.
one.
Yeah.
They make it really,
Goes
really
into my
nicely.
yum list immediately.
I and Amay are never going to agree on this one, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I mean,
Umali bahut
Not
acha.
Umali.
on the buffet, I think I've heard very contrasting opinions on the veg and non-veg food and so on. But The roti, I mean, see, there's some things that every place does well. The roti, the chef that the guy makes is like just delicious.
So roti matlab roti ya naan ya butter naan kya bol rahe ho?
I will just go over there to have their butter roti. Bas, butter tandoori roti, bus I will have without anything else. And you would say,
मैं
kya
जा
kha
रहा
rahe
हूँ,
ho?
staying
चलो
there for 3
आज का
nights.
डिनर तो आपके नाम पे
Done.
आपके नाम पे मतलब like we are also invited, right? तो आपके लिए मेरे नाम पे we are here. Why would we not? Just call us.
We'll use the vouchers.
हाँ.
Unlock the vouchers.
2 voucher use किया.
अरे रुको जरा framework please.
Framework.
क्या कर रहे हो सर?
Framework.
मतलब
Sorry,
उमाली बोला यार, वो उसका गलती है.
never before having your star talk never introduce food. Never. हाँ.
अरे पर वो walnut का flavor sir. walnut और ये भी
हम एक दूसरे से बन रहे हैं. मतलब that's the problem now.
apricots डालते हैं उसमें. Man,
Is it similar to that मीठा का कुबानी का मीठा या whatever?
it's milky,
no,
man.
This is different. It's like a milky bread pudding, but it has a lot of dry fruits and it's served hot. And especially so you have to be the first guy to break the layer and take it.
Ooh.
Because when it's
ये टर्की में भी मिल रहा है.
हाँ मिलता होगा. I wouldn't be surprised.
I've
Because
tried
it's a
it.
Middle
Turkey.
Eastern dessert. So when they serve it, there's this thick crispy layer that forms on top. फिर उसको आप वो crust break करके लेते हो ना हल्का सा. You have to be the first one to like tiramisu जब खा रहे हो ना, the first dollop that comes out. उसमें
Dude, I'm telling you, since the Discord channel has been launched, there is a channel called Yum Yum that has been
Most
created
active
there.
Most active channel.
Most active
And
channel.
मैं कल because
किसी को पॉइंट में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. सब साला यम यम की बात कर रहे हैं.
सुनो मैं कल फ्राइडे था, like I was on that Friday mood anyways. I put a dosa photo and people started discussing everything about it. I ended up going to another place which recommended by somebody else to eat food like a whole day I was
कौन सी
celebrating.
जगह गए? वो
I was at Bangalore Cafe,
हाँ.
which is my favorite, like one of
तो
my
तुम ही
favorites.
डाले क्या वो
हाँ.
बैंगलोर कैफे का नया वाला ब्रांच?
नया वाला branch Malleshwaram.
okay, हाँ.
Like, and then I started salivating looking at the comments there. Well, this is my new favorite channel. The day I'm not geeking on miles and points, I am spending my entire day on the Yum Yum channel.
अरे but the
I'm sure-
people on Yum Yum are
से
so.
याद आया. कल
यम यम से याद आया.
कल रात
इसको
को
हर बार Yum Yum से कुछ याद आता है.
while you went to the dosa place, I went to this lovely new restaurant called Royal China. This one is there in Bombay, Bandra West. They've just started in UB City. If you enjoy dim sums, if you enjoy good Asian food, this is by far the best in Bangalore. अच्छा मजे की बात सुनो, अपन डील हंटर तो है ही. तो कल दिखा, ऐप खोला, रॉयल चाइना देख रहा हूँ, किधर भी
Easy
डिस्काउंट
Diner.
नहीं है. इजी डाइनर पे दिख गया 25% off plus 25% off. So 25% off plus 25% off up to 1,000. Instant book. किसी को नहीं पूछा, वाइफ किसी को नहीं पूछा. We were going out with friends. Book confirmed. Message on the WhatsApp group. We are going here. 5 मिनट में उनका कॉल आता है. Sir, we will honor your booking, but regret to inform you, we were just testing the Easy Diner integration. We will not give you the discount. Because this is applicable for Bombay. Bangalore, we are just going live, so we can't give you the discount, but you know, we'll be happy to honor your reservation. ठीक है यार, चलो. Still ended up going great food.
I would have changed the location for sure.
People are probably thinking the Yum Yum, the Points and Miles show is a gateway or soft launch for your Yum Yum show. That's the main show. You got all the eyeballs now. Now you're going to launch the Yum Yum show.
No.
But
Like the lounge.
I actually want to bring this up because we spoke about Yum Yum right now. Sorry, I'm going to steal. I'll let you get back to
Get
the
to the
framework.
framework.
I won't give any framework. Let me just complete what I was saying. Because we spoke about dining, I think we need to remember one thing, that all these programs, whichever program we talk about, has generally these two set of benefits that have, right? One is that set of vouchers and one is core benefits.
Correct.
Let's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
confuse them because बहुत सारे लोगों को ये समझता नहीं है. Vouchers keep changing.
और वो वेबसाइट में दिखता है.
Correct.
I'm not seeing that in the app. though.
Correct. But there is also a set of core benefits. The core benefits are, for example, you will get X% discount here, or you will get this, and then there will be a set of vouchers which are dynamic, which keep changing with every year. So, for example, if किसी ने आपको बोला कि मुझे ये voucher मिला था, guaranteed नहीं है कि आपको अगले साल वो voucher मिलेगा, right? So, sorry, you're saying something.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Yum Yum.
Framework.
Framework. So yeah, I think let's get into the Accor Plus membership, right? So roughly speaking, you're going to spend 19,000 rupees on it, right? Plus taxes, I guess. And for that, what you receive is the following. So number one, you receive what we call as the Stay Plus nights. Now, how these Stay Plus nights are going to work is that you're going to get 2 buy one get one free nights. right? So with these 2 buy one get one free nights, what it basically means is that you stay for, say you do a weekend stay, 2 nights stay twice, right? 2 nights plus 2 nights. You're going to pay for only 2 nights within that. The other 2 nights are free. You are not allowed to pay by points, right? So that is number 1. Number 2, you're going to get a discount with respect to rates, right? So this is what they call member rate. So what this means is that anytime you're staying at an Accor property, you will get a 10 to 15% haircut when it comes to your fees, no matter where you're staying. You also get access to this thing called red hot rooms, which basically gives you a 40% haircut, 50% haircut. It depends from location to location. Last thing, it gives you a 20 status nights. They have an offer running that they're saying they might give 30, so which might take you straight to gold. I don't know how long they will hold it, but 20 to 30 status nights you will get for just picking up the membership. Now, taking all of these are the features. Now, putting these features back into a framework of sorts with respect to saying, when does it make sense for you? Now, number 1, let's take the persona in which you're just about getting started with the credit card side of things, right? You don't have too many points, but you want to, try things out. You want to figure it out in the long run, like your friend Neha that you talked of, right? Accor Plus is great because suddenly you pay in that 20,000 rupees and you pay 2 nights worth of fees and you're getting a 4-night stay, right? So for people who are staying up to that kind of a time frame, or you want to use it for that kind of a time frame, within Accor, you might stay somewhere else or whatever. I think number 1, for that persona, it makes a lot of sense. Let's bring in more personas. Let's assume that you're a person who can put your hotel travel on your business or something, right? Then you are spending 4 nights, you are paying for only 2 nights. You're anyway getting that expense back. So what I'm trying to get to is you're anyway spending revenue. This makes a lot of sense. Number 3, which I think is probably going to be a lot more prevalent amongst our audience, is that you have a lot of points and you intend to stay in Accor for a fair number of nights. Let's just assume that in my head, this number is 7 nights, right? Now, this is where your member rates comes in very handy, because what you're saying is that every night you're getting a 15% discount. So give or take, you spend 7 nights, you're basically getting 1 night for free over there, right? So my equation is that even if you're staying on points, if you pick up this Accor Plus, for every 7 nights that you stay in an Accor hotel, you are getting another night for free. Plus, you're getting this 2+2 with respect to Stay Plus that you will have to pay in revenue. So all of this is great. On top of all of this, and especially matters a lot more for casual travelers, is you get a set of these vouchers. I'll give you a sense of the vouchers that are there, or at least the vouchers that I have received. You get the obviously free night ones, which I said, which is one night, 1+1 free night, in which again recapping, you stay for 2 nights, you get 1 night's price free. The second night, the cheaper night which is there, you'll have to pay in cash. So that's what you call the Stay Plus. You get a bunch of free buffet vouchers. So these vouchers include things like, for example, just 2-3 weeks back, we went to that same Mercure, me and my wife. We had their buffet. Didn't pay a single thing. I'm like, hey, listen, I've got this voucher. She's like, all right, done. It's like, you don't have to pay. I'm like, no, we don't have to pay. And we just, walked out from there. And so these are these buffet vouchers, complimentary buffet vouchers. There are vouchers for 2 and so on. They have a bunch of group dining benefits. So I will have to check what is the most recent ones, but up to 50% off you can get when you're dining inside a group. Discounted. So straight discount. Like you go to the place, you eat, up to 4 or 5 people, 6 people, you get a haircut right there. You get buy one, get one free on spas. So in case you are the types who wants to go there and, enjoy the spa, you can definitely use it.
You also have that spa, the voucher which allows you to extend your spa from 60 to 90 minutes. So these vouchers keep changing.
These kind of vouchers keep changing. Yeah. The spa vouchers, I think one thing to note of is that if you're staying, they may not be allow you to bill it to your room per se, right?
So the rule there is that if the spa is in-house, for example, the Kormangla property that you spoke about, they have an external spa. They don't allow you to kind of do that. But if you go to the Gopalan Mall, for example, they allow you to do it because it's an in-house spa. So I think it depends on whether it's in-house or whether it's an external spa.
I see. But summing all of this up, there's a bunch of these vouchers. There's vouchers saying that, hey, upgrade if it is possible. So if you present that voucher and if a room is available, they will upgrade you to a higher room.
Can I bring up like one apprehension each of this cohorts could have, and help me answer that apprehension? First apprehension is the base apprehension, right? Somebody who is not into credit card points at all. Their apprehension is, I had so many vouchers, I ended the year, half of the vouchers got wasted. And then what happened is, like, she called me, like, where do I have lunch? So she had that lunch voucher. So I told her, go to Sofitel BKC, have that lunch and finish it off. She got the value, but she didn't want to have that lunch, right? So how do you answer that? Like, how does one, like, you're not going to be able to extract the full value always as a user, right? So, like, what do you think? Like, does it still make sense?
The way I'll put it is attach the value to the core proposition, which is the 1+1 free night. Everything else I think is cherry on top bonus. Now, on top of that, if you end up using it, great. If you like it and end up using it, even better. If you don't end up using it, it's okay.
So then you're saying that agar 19,000 de rahe ho,
Right.
Don't assume that you're getting value at 38,000. Think about a break-even scenario, and anything else you use above that is a bonus for you. And that's how, again, like I said, mere liye important hai ki did you use that to explore that loyalty program or that program and understand that better to invest more in that probably. Or maybe if some occasion is coming and they want to anyways book a night and this anyways happens to give them the night, maybe that's another way of looking at it.
No, that is, I think, perfectly fair. And I think I can give you my own example is like, I think I've probably ended up using most of the dining vouchers, but a number of the, discounted stay vouchers which are there. Like you get, so for example, it's region by region. And because I think the one that I got was for the south of India, I have discounts saying that stay in the Kochi hotel for a discount, stay in the Mysore hotel for a discount. Yeah, I'm not going to use those. That's okay. But at the same time, I think most of the food vouchers I've ended up using for my part.
Got it.
So I'd say that please don't, it's not something you'd force or use it as a part of your value calculation.
Perfect.
But I think the core proposition is the free night. So if you think that you can stay for 4 nights in an Accor property, if you are just getting into the game and you're okay to pay by revenue, by all means
but
it makes
honestly,
sense.
like, even being such an advanced user also, I have myself got stuck a scenario कि अरे stay plus खत्म हो रहा है, क्या use कर दो. One trap is that you will end up not, if the stay plus night is worth 10,000 rupees, you'll say नहीं इसको और थोड़ा value निकालेंगे. मेरा suggestion है ले लो, अगर आप जा रहे हो use कर लो, अगर stay plus चल रहा है तो that's the best way to think
मेरा
about it.
actually उल्टा experience है. Like मेरा stay plus सबसे पहले खत्म हो जाता है.
That's what I'm saying.
And like believe it or not, I've been a Accor Plus member for 3 years now. Not one food voucher I have used. Not one.
Exactly.
Not one.
Hey, but again,
Because buffet fundamentally doesn't interest me at all.
I see.
I get turned off as soon as you say buffet. Chance ही नहीं है.
No, but you have the a la carte dining vouchers also.
But like the brain doesn't go there. Like for me, value, why I bought it. Like Srini said, right? The goal was platinum, number 1. 2, the free stay plus night. So last year used it at Swissotel Osaka. This year both the vouchers have been burnt for Pullman Tamaki. And Pullman Tamaki mein the value we're getting is 35,000 a night. So it's like insane.
Which is where I will also call out the second usage, and now that you remind me, is that these vouchers, you can use it when you're traveling as well, right? So it's not just within your own city. If you are going into, like, say, Japan. Southeast Asia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere in APAC for that matter, right? Is it Southeast Asia or APAC?
It's
Asia Pacific.
It's Asia Pacific. You're right. I'm sorry, but you cannot use it in certain countries. I think Dubai is not allowed, for example.
Right,
It's Middle
Dubai
East
तो
is a
Asia
separate.
नहीं है ना?
हाँ, Middle East is a separate.
Middle East में allowed
हाँ,
नहीं है.
because
Asian
generally
में
APAC में हम
allowed.
गिन लेते हैं दुबई को, तो इसलिए just want to clarify. If you have a Dubai trip, it doesn't work.
So with vouchers, I have a theory. I actually have screenshots from all my vouchers. I feel like they have tried to please everyone, like the different personas. Some people will be only interested in like a good discount for spa. Some are interested in, I want to take my daughter or son for a birthday thing. I would like a really nice birthday cake for them. And some, like us, would probably like a group dining. And I just noticed, at Grand Mercure Bangalore, I have a 50% off group dining voucher. देखो अभी काम आता है ना?
No, but Srini, I'll tell you, I love that perspective. I actually like that perspective. I think it answers the question that I was asking Amaya. It basically says that अगर उधर 25 voucher है, you don't have to use all the 25 vouchers. Use the one that you connect to most, and you can extract value out of that. It's okay if you don't use all the vouchers. Second persona, the guy who has started has Accor points, already has a lot of Accor points, and he's stacking up everything. The apprehension that I hear from most people is, yeah, मेरे already points है. Why do I need Accor Plus? What's your answer to that?
So to this, and I'll be very, very blunt about this, is that if you're someone who has Accor points and you're going to stay for under 7 nights, right? The only reason for you to get it is to probably enjoy the enhanced dining benefits and so on top of everything else. Everything else is break even. I will actually say the real value sort of starts kicking in when you say the more nights you stay, you get the discount on your base rate also. So even if I'm paying with points, you get a 15% haircut, and that adds up, right?
Correct. The second thing I would say for that persona, would also be a ladder to the loyalty status. So अगर आप 7 दिन रह रहे हो and if you are able to club that with the status nights that you get, it's a ladder to become gold and get the best out of it.
That is true. I mean, it can work out, but I mean, I think here's the thing, right? Like, if we are at gold anyway, getting to gold to platinum requires you to stay 30 nights. So 30 nights might be harder to do. You might still be able to combine it with the signature program, and we'll talk about that. But I think that's independent.
Third persona has everything in the world, has all the premier metal cards, everything that is possible under the sun, has 2 lakh Accor points, group पे limit भी बचा है, is a Marriott guy, like why should he take Accor Plus? Should he take Accor Plus? उसका general apprehension होता है कि भाई मैं तो Accor यूज नहीं करता हूँ. Like what is your thought on that?
I will say, I mean, then don't bother. Like, again, I will put it out very practically.
Fair apprehension, right?
Yeah, I think it's a fair apprehension. I'm saying that, listen, if you intend to stay for a reasonable number of nights, that's when things like start to matter.
Nights, let's say 10, is that nights
6
20?
to 7 in my head.
Okay.
6 to 7 is my break.
So if you do minimum 7 nights a year,
Yeah.
then this is worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
I met somebody in that similar scenario who consulted with me and called me. So what I told him is, I said it's a very fair point. Don't get an Accor Plus on your name. Get it for either your parents or you know somebody and gift it to somebody if you really, because he likes the proposition. We're saying कि यार मेरे को लेना है because सब लोग ले रहे हैं, इसमें कुछ तो है value, but I am not going to use it. I said don't get it. But if you know somebody, it's a great gifting option, by the way.
Exactly. So I
Great
have done
gifting
this, by the
option.
way.
Yeah.
Like anytime a close friend is getting married or someone
Superb
gets
gift.
engaged or किसी का birthday है, खास लोग अपने, then what I do is typical, birthday gift देने के अलावा, I will just say, okay, here's a subscription. In fact, for my team also, I've done this at work. Where I say, if somebody does like some crazy good work, right? भाई ये मेरी तरफ से. It's just a gesture of good faith.
I think that's a
People
great
love
idea.
it.
Exactly my point. अलग बात है कि मेरे को ऐसे कभी लाइफ में दोस्त या बॉस नहीं मिले. But if my boss is hearing, like, yeah.
जो बंदा हनी सिंह की लाइफ जीता है, वो गाना कौन सा है? It's like सोने दी chain, fat cigars, pull up like a shake, chauffeured cars, killer suits, lakha de pair. I'm an Accor Plus millionaire. With demand. इसमें हर वर्ड सही है क्योंकि तुम देखो chauffeured cars, ये भाई Uber Black यूज करता है सिर्फ. जब भी मैं जाता हूँ, मैंने Uber Black बुक कर लिया है, तुमने देख लिया? जितने भी बार मैं धीमत के साथ मीटअप्स पे गया हूँ, हमारा फ्लाइट मोड हो गया, हमारा माइल्स अहेड हो गया, या जब हमने ऐसे ही पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए गया है, इसका Uber Black आएगा. So chauffeured cars is true. Killer suits तो है ही, सोने का swag इसका है ही. अच्छा, Accor points शायद ही किसी के पास इतने होंगे. So works perfectly for you. Cool. Amaya, back to you. Dhiman, there was a follow-up you wanted to ask.
Yeah.
वो पूछ के इसको wrap करते हैं.
Perfect. I think one last thing I wanted to kind of just talk about with both of you, because you both spoke about Accor in detail. I also like the Accor Plus in general because they have made the program very stackable, right? So what happens is, let's say that in whichever order you get the program, doesn't matter. Let's say you get the Accor Plus, then you start join the Accor loyalty program or whatever, it doesn't matter. But let me talk about the stacking points in my head, right? There is Accor ka all loyalty program that you join. You have credit cards which give you points. You start earning these points. Then you have Accor Plus as a membership program, paid membership program, which adds value. You use something. What is it called? The which of point? Alchemy of value keeps increasing. The second thing which I found very interestingly is that there is a mutual friend of ours, right, Sehul. So we met him in the meetup, and he also happens to meet me at Sofitel when I was there. And his story is fantastic, right? He has all the credit cards in the world that can earn him Accor points, right? He has Accor Plus. He's a platinum member, but he still decided to book the hotel via our luxury concierge services, right? He came to us and he booked that hotel via that, right? So what he did smartly was, उसने Accor Plus भी use किया, उसने platinum status के perks भी use किए. He also was able to use some of his credit card points for something, one of the other rooms. He booked 2 rooms. And he was also able to get the $100 with that luxury concierge service ke VIP perks jo milte hai. And like crazy, right? I mean, think about it. Ultimate stacking. So obviously there are rules, right? For example, on a certain revenue booking, you can't use points. But if you're smart and if you know how to maximize this, like you can make an ultimate story. Like, is there any other thing that can stack up to it, Srini? Am I like... anything else that you want to
So I absolutely love stacking because now you're really stretching the value and seeing how much more you can optimize. So I signed up last year for the Accor signature program.
Okay.
And
that I forgot.
Yeah. So my mom basically signed it up, and I took the 1 year program, and it's basically like buying Accor points. See, these are for situations when you plan a special occasion stay, but you don't have enough points, right? So then buying points actually makes sense.
Let me add an adjective to that.
Yeah.
Perfectly legal way of buying points.
Perfectly
Yeah,
legal
absolutely.
way of
Which is
buying
very
points.
critical for people to understand.
Yeah.
So-
I'm always looking for the perfectly legal way of buying points. Any hotel program keep having bonuses and so on. So I was looking, how can I buy more Accor points? And that's when I came across the Accor signature through in one of your videos. So then I signed up for it. So every few months I can transfer points from my mom's account to my account because we have linked as family.
Awesome.
And it has
Because
worked
you can
brilliantly
gift
for me.
points.
Yes.
So
through
basically,
that,
my mom
yeah.
gives points to me.
Yeah.
And what I found out in a nutshell was that for 1 year, I think I'm paying something like 75,000 rupees, but I'm actually getting double the value in terms of Accor points. So to me, that's the ultimate stack. And I don't mind paying for it because if I use the Atlas, I get 5x because it's a travel hotel MCC. So Accor signature is the stack that I've done on top. And I think when I renew my Accor Plus, I'll also go for stacking on my own account as well. Yeah. Perfect.
Awesome. तो चलो इसके साथ let's wind up Accor and let's come to another persona because Dhimant is speaking about personas. So Dhimant, जब भी मैं आपको देखता हूँ ना, मेरे को लगता है तुम पता नहीं क्यों बहुत रोमांटिक आदमी हो। वो गाना याद आता है मेरे को, देखा एक ख्वाब तो ये सिलसिले हुए,
ये कुछ नहीं दे,
दूर
बारह
तक
लगा गाने के लिए।
निगाहों में है गुल खिले हुए. So question is, which is a program that you think, from a hotel loyalty perspective, couples who have recently got married or people who are potentially going to get married can invest in and make the best use of?
Yeah, so I'll start with the small story, right? Me and my wife have been eyeing a property in Udaipur Lake for a long time now, right? 10 साल हो गया.
समझ गया.
लेकिन imagine this discussion at home. मैं बोल रहा हूँ रैफल्स उदयपुर करते हैं, मेरी वाइफ बोलती है नहीं ओबेरॉय उदय विलास करते हैं. आई सेड नहीं रैफल्स में करेंगे, क्यों नहीं करेंगे? एंड शी इज लाइक नहीं ताज वाला करते हैं, लेक पैलेस. And what I realized in these discussions is like everybody doesn't think like us, right? So for example, there are certain programs which are extremely elusive, right? So Taj is slightly elusive because of the fact that it's not easy to transfer points at the same comfort like a Bonvoy or a Accor, and you don't get that kind of value. That's why what we have done is in our heads we have conveniently replaced all those hotels with options, right? जैसे हमको अब लगता है कि Sofitel BKC है तो Sofitel ही है, but actually ऐसा नहीं है ना. मतलब there are other hotels, other chains, and hence my wife is one of them. So I was telling her a few days back कि मेरे पास ताज का वाउचर है, right? And she's like, चलो ताज उदयपुर चलते हैं लेक पैलेस. आई सेड यार नहीं होगा, मतलब द वाउचर इज मीजली,
पैलेस पे वैलिड नहीं है.
पैलेस में वैलिड नहीं है. एंड देन व्हाट आई रियलाइज, आई टोल्ड हर दैट उदयपुर तो हम रैफल से कर लेंगे. तो माय बॉटम लाइन दैट आई एम सेइंग इज सम ऑफ द प्रोग्राम्स आर एक्सट्रीमली एलुसिव. सो फॉर मी 2 programs which lie in that zone is, one is Taj Epicure, the other is ITC Culinaire. Okay, I'll talk both of them one by one. And I think the positioning for me is both somebody who is a travel luxury enthu, also likes to eat good food. These are good 2 personas that I feel should invest in these programs, right? Now, let's talk about the program a little bit. Some of these programs have been refurbished over the last 2 years. So Taj, for example, has 2 layers, right? It's called, I think, the preferred and the, there are 2 names, privilege and preferred, I think. One is costing 25,000, one cost 50,000, right? The earlier memberships were different. So I'm just going to talk about the current construct. Again, the construct remains same. There are set of base benefits and there are vouchers that get added along. So let's talk about the Taj Epicure ones. In the first level, like Amaya said, there is 1 free night that you get. And if you are smart enough, you should be able to extract value out
Great
of
value.
the 25,000 just out of that. By the way, this is 25,000 plus taxes.
हो गया break even
हाँ,
आपका
तो आपका
वहीं.
break even हो जाएगा.
Correct.
But again, this free night is available only on the base category room. It is also only available, not available on the palaces and
Correct.
The safari properties.
Exclusions तो हमेशा है. हाँ.
Still, for example, Adil, I think recently just booked the Wayanad property, right? And Wayanad is priced at some 25,000 a night. तो आपका हो गया break even. But again, you break even because these prices are anyways. Taj ka, I think today good properties are 20,000 a night. The beautiful part, Adil, is that the availability of these rooms, minus let's say very few days like the New Year, is actually very good. Like it's not like you don't get it very easily, right? So मिल जाता है easily, and that's the first layer. उसके ऊपर I think the it comes with a voucher of free lunch, which I think can be used on any day minus Sunday for 2 people. I think in a Taj property that's worth 5,000 easily. Right. Second is you get a voucher for a lounge access to one of their properties where you pay an X amount, 3,000. You can use the swimming pool, you can use the lounge, all of that, right? For an evening, something of that sort. You can also get a birthday cake. You get a birthday cake voucher in the Taj property. So from my head, I think one of the reasons why people have ignored this is because of easy availability of Accor and Bonvoy points, number one. Second, because there is a lot of sawtest that is left people's mouth because they suddenly increase the price of these programs. Okay, and they're like, yeah, जो चीज 18,000 में मिल रहा था, आप suddenly आपने 28,000 कर दिया. So this is a problem with that we have as Indians, right? We don't like such big hikes which happen suddenly. The second layer is even better because you get 2 nights. Now, if you are somebody who has a guaranteed 2 night stay somewhere
And 1 year validity.
1 year validity, 50,000 rupees plus taxes. The voucher, for example, for the lunch doubles. The lounge access goes 4 times. It quadruples. So value आज भी है. If you are one of those guys जो luxury stays पसंद करता है and you want to explore Taj, I would say don't fall for an Accor Plus even if it is 19,000. Go for a Taj.
Or have special occasions in mind for the coming year.
Absolutely.
For your parents, for your wife, for your spouse.
100%.
I think it makes great sense.
100%.
So let's talk a little bit about what properties can you potentially eye in India with this particular voucher.
Perfect.
Love
so
this.
I've been having this membership for the last 3 years now. So I've kind of researched every property. In har saal ek ritual hai ki me and my wife fight over which property to do. So the first and the most lucrative option for Indians is the Goa trio properties. Taj Exotica, Taj Aguada, Holiday Village, and there is one more missing that. But these are the 3 ones that I would recommend. Right. So if you are a North Goa guy, go with Aguada. If you are a South Goa guy, go with Exotica. Right? Easy 25,000-30,000 value for 1 night.
Correct.
Easy. Right? Correct. We also had the lunch there. Aguada ka jo breakfast place hai where you can have lunch. It's a beautiful sea fort view.
यार लंच करना है ना तो ताज हॉलिडे विलेज में देयर इज अ थाई रेस्टोरेंट
परफेक्ट
वहां करना है एंड दे हैव दिस अमेजिंग थिंग कॉल्ड ताप तिम क्रोब व्हिच इज अ थाई डेजर्ट विद वाटर चेस्टनट रूबीज एंड कोकोनट मिल्क इट इज स्टफ ऑफ लेजेंड्स. So
but again, I want to clarify this. They don't allow this vouchers anywhere except the full-time diner.
The buffet restaurant.
The buffet restaurant. So you're a bit smart about it.
All day dining में सिर्फ
Exactly. So all day dining में the good place to do is the Aguada because you can see the fort and the sea, right? Because आप बाहर बैठ सकते हो. So that's why I recommended that. There's also, by the way, in Holiday Village, there's an attached 7 rivers that they've started now.
Oh really?
Which is in Bangalore and now they opened up there also. So it's a very nice brewery.
Correct.
Their edamame with steamed edamame is mind blowing with sea salt, right? So that's something that you can try. Outside Goa, because if you are like my wife, she hates me for taking her to Goa again and again. So
can we ever get tired of Goa in this lifetime?
I mean,
ask him how many times he's been to Goa.
And Bangkok.
Yes. You had to bring that up, isn't it? You just reduce the chances of coming to the podcast again.
No, you multiplied your chances. ये तो 5x multiplier है. 10x दे देंगे.
I was like, Adil is not bringing up the reference, तो कहीं तो plug in करना पड़ेगा.
He's PhD, but I like it. Coming to the non-Goa properties, some of the ones that we have been eyeing and we have probably shortlisted, I would recommend that is Taj Bekal.
Taj Bekal.
Kumarakoram.
Yeah.
There is Wayanad. There is
Madikeri?
Kurg.
Madikeri.
So again, I'll tell you how I thought about it, and maybe you guys can also decide how you want to plan for yourself. The reason why I probably didn't pick Kurg is because Kurg has a Marriott. So I have Marriott points. I don't want to do Taj there. I will typically choose the places where Marriott has not got easily. Goa is an exception for whatever reason. We all know that. Wayanad, another place where I think there are not enough and more good branded properties. There are a lot of good properties, but not enough branded properties. So another, it makes sense. Same with Bekal. Bekal is also not one of those very touristy places where you can go, right? So and Kumarakoram, right? So these are the southern ones that I can think of. North, I think there is Udaipur, there is Jodhpur, there is Jaipur. None of the lake palaces, by the way, are allowed. right? So, and none of the safaris are allowed. So, these are the sweet spot. There is Falaknuma Palace.
Yeah.
But
Falaknuma Palace में allowed नहीं है voucher.
Alone नहीं होगा.
it's allowed, no? No, the base room is allowed. Oh, okay.
No, it's a palace
Okay.
property. It's not allowed.
not
The
allowed.
It's a
vouchers which are allowed is
spectacular
only
property.
the
Yeah.
ones you get with that HSBC card. They actually have a special voucher called a palace voucher.
Correct.
Oh.
Interesting.
None of the palace properties are allowed on the Epicure.
Epicure
voucher.
one, it's not allowed. Yeah.
The set of, by the way, like it's underrated. Most people want to do Taj because there is Taj, there is Vivanta, and then there is IHCL selections. But IHCL selections, some properties are really good, by the way. Right? So, like you may also want to use your voucher there if you're not looking at purely extracting value. If you've done some of the other properties, that's not a bad option. There is, there are some properties, I think, in Ooty, there is a good property. I think IHCL ka there is a good property there.
Hemant, when you say vouchers, just to clarify
Sure,
for our viewers
sure.
also, you're talking about the Epicure vouchers jo
Yes,
milta hai.
yes.
Because you get Taj vouchers from your Amex and other places
I'm
also
coming to
for
that.
meeting
So,
milestones
exactly,
and all
exactly.
that,
So
right?
what
Yeah.
all of these programs are smartly done is they have tied up with this credit card partners, right? So what they do is they have watered down versions of each of these memberships that they offer along with credit cards. Some of them offer the full membership also, right? So for example, let's take an example of the Accor Plus membership that comes with flat charge. It's a watered down version. It doesn't have the stay plus night, right? So they have these options also with that.
Okay. I think
These are some of the properties that I would
my
recommend.
top pick would be Taj Madikeri. Although there is a Marriott, both are great properties. The view from the lobby of the Taj Madikeri is spectacular. Also, they have a really, really good staff and team. There's a guy called Shaumyadeep who's their F&B head. He will go out of the way to make stuff for you that you really want to indulge in. And then their GM, the general manager, a very nice guy called Sean Cooper. And that guy is also like very customer first. If you're especially going with kids or your parents, then they go out of their way to ensure that, you know, your stay is special and all of that. Wayanad is a property that I am looking forward to staying at. I've just booked it a couple of days back, so hopefully we'll get to stay at it soon and then come back with a report. And we'll publish that report on our Discord channel, which is called the Great Indian Lounge that we recently launched. And there's get a good bit of interaction going there.
Chalo, you both have convinced me to take the Taj Epicure. Referral code de do abhi.
नहीं referral कुछ नहीं है भाई. There's nothing.
Directly go for
These
it.
are just purely because of the love of the program and because
Yeah.
also you get a 25% off on food when you have
Yeah,
the
so that's
Taj
the core
membership.
benefit. There is a 25% on rooms, I think also. And
20% on rooms.
20% of rooms.
20% on rooms. Only on and the 20% on rooms applies for all room rates, not necessarily just the base room rate.
So to me, it sounds like if you're patient, smart with planning, you can more than break even easily in a year.
No, your approach, I think my philosophical view here is you should sit down, and my favorite way of doing these things is any property, right? I'll go to the hotel website, I'll type India, like for example, I'll go to Make My Trip. I'll type India in the location. I'll put random dates. I'll say, show me all the hotels that exist. फिर उसके अंदर जब filter आता है ना, I'll go and select Taj brand. So now what you get is a single full funnel view of the number of hotels that exist in Taj in India. फिर उसको तुम करो sort by highest to lowest. So सबसे महंगा वाला पहला दिखाएगा, सबसे सस्ता वाला नीचे दिखाएगा. Now you keep seeing. Now whichever are the palaces, you remove them because you don't qualify to stay there. Then you see which ones are there. फिर the next step is I go to TripAdvisor. Because TripAdvisor is my favorite thing to do. I'll go to TripAdvisor, I'll see all the ratings, what people are saying about food, what they're saying. There's a very cool rating there I call location rating, which gives you a
Yeah.
very good sense
Closeness
of
of-
right.
what all you can
what's
do around
nearby.
that place as well, right? And then you basically decide saying that, अच्छा, अभी मेरे को ये करना है. For example, another one that's on my list is the Taj Andaman. Because in
Exotica.
that,
Travelogue, na?
Exotica.
Oh,
Exactly.
ultimate.
So now
I just went in for a coffee and came back
lovely.
when I went for Andaman cycling.
Yeah.
I was like, यहाँ तो आना ही पड़ेगा एक
हाँ,
बार.
so that is eligible by the
Ultimate.
Epicure voucher. तो वो करना है एक बार. लेकिन वो करेंगे तो फिर अच्छे से इत्मीनान से 3-4 दिन के लिए करेंगे. And the hack there is, take a membership on yourself, take a membership on your wife. तो 2 रात का sort हो जाएगा. And then the rest you can figure out how you want to do, right? So maybe your Amex vouchers can help you score the 3rd night or whatever, right? But that will have to be done on a best available rate. But you can figure that part out. So that is a place that I'm looking to go to. The other one, which was already on my list, Bakel, you mentioned I did that. Luckily, I did that 6-7 years back. और जब मैं गया फैमिली के साथ गया था and I had booked it via the Epicure platform only, but I didn't redeem the voucher. Khatam ho gaye the vouchers. Used like book the normal rate. They upgraded me to the one with the private pool. It was a lovely room, yaar. And the khana there is tops, absolutely tops. By the way, memories of China, very close to your house, in the Taj, Vivanta by Taj, MG Road, Bangalore, as exquisite Szechuan cuisine and Chinese cuisine.
Talking of Vivanta, their South Indian restaurant also.
Karavali.
Karavali.
Yeah, Karavali is very
Insane. As is Seven Rivers, which beautiful vibe. This is the one that's very close to your house.
Yeah.
But
We did one of the credit card meetups
we
there.
did one of the
Pool.
meetups there. Yes.
It's
The
a lovely
tandoori,
place.
the tandoor stuff is amazing there. I love the tandoor
तंदूर
stuff.
का मैं आऊंगा, तुम ITC पे शुरू करो. ITC पे तो देखो
Just
तुम.
waiting.
ठीक है, we'll round up Taj,
Adil, I like your framework.
which is
How to Taj, the way you described it.
By the way, the people also like his frames.
Exactly, yeah.
Somebody joked, and my favorite comment on YouTube till now is like, why are you wearing the Dubai
Dubai
frame?
frames. Public ले लेती है यार मेरी comments में. Adil, why are you wearing Dubai frames?
यार गांधी जी is known for his round frames and Adil is known for
नहीं
his
लोग बोलते हैं यार तुम्हारे चश्मे तुम्हारे चेहरे से बड़े हैं. मतलब क्या करूं भाई, अब है तो है.
If we ever choose to launch merchandise, we know what is going to go on it.
If you guys are watching and if you like this part, let us know if you want Adil's replica
Glasses.
of specs. Please leave a comment.
We'll find
figure
a
out
way.
to do it for you.
Cool. तो ताज wrap up करते हैं अपन. I think what we're trying to say is we're all aligned. We're saying that if there are certain properties that you are on your wish list, कि किसी दिन ये करना है एक बार, just because we like this property, then I think Taj Epicure may be a good way. There are no referrals or anything for this property. Best way is just head to the Taj website and buy it. I think
there may be a better way of doing it, which is buying by new coins and with using the new ecosystem, because you may get new coins back and they run offers sometimes. So be smart about it. Use the Tata New app and see if you can get some offer there. Number two, I want to talk about 3 underwhelming things also about Taj, and I think it's very important because I have experienced that. One, obviously, the most underwhelming thing is over the years, I see a dip in how Taj has been kind of approaching its customers. Like I have experienced it in the last 2-3 times. I don't know if it's a property specific problem. I think that's one thing. Second thing, I like the properties, but the amount of information available on the website about the property and the images available is still very underwhelming for me. Like if I'm coming and spending 25,000, 30,000 rupee for a property, या मेरे को थोड़े सब जगह पे ना आपको एक स्टैंडर्ड, जैसे इसने कुर्ग का लॉबी बोला, वायनाड का एक वो लेक का व्यू बोला, वो हर जगह पे वही फोटोज दिखते हैं. Right? Then I have to go to people's reviews and see photos. Like, I think they can do a far better job of showing more of their property. This is also true for Accor. This is also true for Bonvoy. I feel that do a better job of giving us more photos, not the first attractive photo, because everybody puts the same photo.
Dimant, it feels odd because we live in an era of information overload, media overload, and to see that a brand like Taj having less about their properties feels a bit odd.
This is actually true for a lot of Tata brands in general. They are like, a slow churning machine. They'll eventually get there.
And the third underwhelming thing I feel is what I saw the Epicure voucher usage. जैसे आदिल ने बोला, I don't want to do the base room. Give me an option to upgrade it online with money. Okay, let's say they did not have the feature of taking money from me. आप taxes तो add कर ही रहे हो, 2,000 रुपए ले रहे हो मेरे से tax, because you have to pay tax on this property by the way, right? Where you got a free night. तो यार give me an option of an upgrade, no? At least जैसे
Delta ले लो, like whatever is the Delta, like Accor does this beautiful.
Exactly. You say add upgrade 4,600 rupees.
Correct.
Give me that option. Why do you want me to come there nervous? I'm nervous. I'm twitching because I want a lake view. I have not booked a lake view. Will there be availability? They anyways want to upsell their properties. Why not give us that option? Like I feel these are the things that they can do much better to kind of become a top tier program. I'm happy to pay the money.
Yeah.
Right. So
you also want
मैं
to
बोला ना millionaire बंदा है, happy to pay the money. Cool. चलो. Let's round up Taj. अब आते हैं ITC पे, शुरू हो जाओ.
I think मेरा suggestion ये है, considering the passion that you have for food, can I throw back the ball at you and say कि sir go for it.
Name ही ITC Culinaire है.
There you go.
So
you should start with the fundamentals. We'll come to the food.
देखो जब भी है ना मेरे को कोई प्रॉपर्टी का शेफ का नाम नहीं पता ना, तो मैं जानबूझ के टॉपिक निकाल के लाता हूँ. फिर आदिल बोलता है कि you have to meet this chef, he will make a wonderful thing. फिर then I can also go and brag. Where is Chef David?
वो ओबरॉय में था.
Yes, and now he's in
अभी वो
Kopitiam लिया.
कोपितिया में. But chalo.
So, okay, ITC also has its own base loyalty program, right, which is called Club ITC, where you accumulate green points or whatever that is called, the currency. And then they have a paid program called ITC Culinaire. Now,
It's recently got refurbished. Or
it got refurbished recently. I think it was very much due. I think the entire the program, the app, everything needed a refresh. I think it's happened now. I think there are two levels again. They have again done the same thing. The core proposition is the same. You have a set of core benefits like discounts, and then you have a set of vouchers. ठीक है, आपके account में vouchers आ जाएगा. So I'm not going to explain that concept because it's the same. What I think stands out for ITC is few properties are just too grand. Like I just love those properties, right? For example, ITC Maratha for me is like an epic property. I love when there are such properties inside the city because you can take off a vacation and go there just to kind of stay there the night, right? And you know what? The night that you get with Culinaire, you can easily use in an ITC Maratha. And even though it's like the revenue rates are also sometimes very cheap, but you stay there and then you can have three different food at three different restaurants, all of them brilliant, right? Peshawari is like one of my favorite places to eat.
Top 50 restaurants in the world by Condé Nast.
I took my dad, mom to Peshawari. We had that huge big naan that comes along and
Naan
Bukhara. And
so three people can share that, is
easily.
It's massive. Itna bada hota hai.
Oh, wow.
It's massive. Yeah.
Right. So again, the concept remains the same. It is better priced than Taj. So Taj starts at 25. I think the new Culinaire is 19,500 plus taxes. So the way I think about it is again, ITC is slightly for the kind of the number of properties that ITC has is probably limited versus let's say a Taj, but some of their properties are very iconic, right? The Grand Chola is one. The Grand Bharat is another in Gurgaon. There is the Goa one, which is the Grand Goa, ITC Grand Goa. Right, but be mindful. I think there are certain properties जहाँ पे you need to use 2 vouchers to be able to use the night, which is strange. Like it's bizarre. Like I have not understood the concept. Like so, for example,
Grand Bharat you'll have to use 2.
Grand Goa is also 2. In fact, a lot of them are 2 now.
Tell me which property I can use and I just exclude the other one. Just don't tell me कि आपको 2 property.
There is a list on their website which says इसके लिए 2 vouchers.
No, but then from a program design perspective, right? It's like random load on the person.
Agreed.
Which load?
Cognitive.
No, but
you wanted to hear it from me, no?
Grand Goa is another example. Beautiful property. The beach is so nice. The connected beach is superb. It's genuinely grand. Some of the rooms are also like very, very big, and the bathrooms are very big. Like if you're going with a family, you'll genuinely enjoy the property. The restaurants are good. I think there is a beach restaurant in ITC Grand Goa. The one that serves seafood is very popular. I don't have seafood, so yeah, that's another like great thing. So like ITC in general for me has been, if you are one of those person who's going to go to an ITC property, get the ITC Culinaire. Like as simple as that. Anything specific, because I have not taken the ITC Culinaire. Like anything you guys want to add?
I have the Culinaire program.
Okay.
I love it simply because I tend to travel a lot, and therefore I always need hotel nights because I typically end up staying at least minimum 30 nights a year. So in spite of Accor points, I'm always short. So therefore this is a good pick for 2 nights. If I'm going to, for example, Delhi, then ITC Morya is a fabulous property. You want to stay there. If I'm going to Bombay, ITC Maratha has a great property. If you're going to Hyderabad, the Kohinoor is so beautiful,
Kohinoor is
so
very
nice. Right?
Agree.
And more than this, you all know I'm a foodie. Absolutely love ITC for the food. So let's start with our home base, which is Bangalore. Bangalore mein, I love ITC Windsor. That's the place I want to go to. There are a couple of restaurants there that I absolutely love. First, the Royal Afghan. It's a lovely restaurant by the poolside. Only one downside, it can get fairly noisy if you're there in the evenings. It's a dinner-only restaurant. In the evenings, there's a lot of traffic, so you will hear some traffic noise there. They try to put in some music to negate it, but that's a problem. But 3 things I recommend you must have there. First, they have something called tandoori lobster. Wow. My goodness, it is stuff of legends. And it is not the typical red color masaledar tandoori lobster you'll expect that is grilled. This is creamed in white sauce and served to you. So it's a little moist when it's served to you. It's not necessarily grilled. It is first grilled and then creamed. And then it comes in that entire itna bada lobster shell. Pura uske saath aata hai. But they will they will place it inside the lobster and they'll serve it to you by the spoon.
Adil,
When you go there,
वो एक मीम होता है ना, I don't know what you're talking about, but happy to be part of it. Ameya and me are like that.
समझ नहीं आया पर
समझ में नहीं आया लेकिन सुन के अच्छा लगा.
चेन्नई से हमारी लेने के लिए आया. पहले मेरी बारी, अब तुम्हारी बारी. Go on.
वो अगर दिल्ली विल्ली जाओगे ना, वो ट्रक के पीछे लिखा हुआ आता है, पता है ट्रक ड्राइवर्स लिखते मुहावरे, उसमें एक मैंने पढ़ा था किसी दिन, एक अकेले सबको पेले, वो ये है.
एक अकेले सबको पहले.
that's such a Delhi truck driver thing.
That is exactly what I read behind the.
I only seen बुरी नजर वाले तेरा मुंह काला.
Yeah.
But आजकल थोड़ा
दिल्ली में
नहीं, दिल्ली में काला नहीं होता, नहीं, दिल्ली में पेला जाता है. सही बोला इसने.
Anyway, so I was talking about the the tandoori lobster. What happens is when you go there, the feeling is also good. They bring this entire, I don't know for the lack of better term, what they call it, bib.
Adult bib.
Oh, this is like the Sri Lankan Colombo में एक crab restaurant है.
Correct.
same, yeah.
It's like that Ministry of Crab.
Ministry of Crabs.
Same thing. So they'll get you a thing because, and the concept is eat with your hands. They do not serve you, they don't give you cutlery like
crack
spoon,
all the shell
fork.
and everything?
नहीं, shell नहीं रहता उसके अंदर. Because the shell is the exterior for presentation. The creamed lobster is inside and they serve it with a spoon to you and they encourage you to eat it with a hand. Now, obviously, if you have expats that you're taking there, then they will give them if they ask. But वो बड़े प्यार से उनको ये बोलते हैं, try this with your hands because that's how it's supposed to be eaten. Okay? So anyways, so tandoori lobster is number 1. Number 2, you have to have the tandoori jhinga. Now this is your prawn. Normally क्या होता है ना, तुम prawn जाते हो तो इतने छोटे छोटे pieces देते हैं. Like one of my favorite places for Maharashtrian cuisine, which I absolutely love. I'm saying this because Ameya and Dhimant also is that Suryavanshi. Suryavanshi has lovely masala fried rava prawns. But this guy has tandoori jhinga. वो white color का झींगा देता है. Each prawn, I kid you not, is that big. मैं पहली बार खा, वो देखते ही मेरे को फील आ गई, बोला बॉस ये तो खाएंगे, राइट. एंड आई वेंट बैक दैट डे एंड आई टोल्ड माय सन आई हैड दिस. यार तुम मेरे को नहीं लेके गए, आई हैड गॉन विद फ्रेंड्स. सो देन आई टुक हिम आल्सो एंड ही आल्सो क्लीन्ड इट अप. ही एब्सोल्युटली एंजॉयड. थर्ड थिंग दैट यू मस्ट हैव, सिकंदरी रान. दिस इज लेग ऑफ लैम्ब. And raan is an absolute delicacy. So it is roasted and it is simmered in some spices and then it's served to you and you eat it again with your bare hands. It is delightful. These 3 things you should absolutely have. Royal Afghan at ITC will
I'm
serve.
not even going to attempt saying कि भाई कुछ veg बता दो. Let's go on to the next restaurant.
On that point, I went once to Mangalore and ordered the ghee roast.
Oh, obviously.
And
Yeah.
coming from Chennai, ghee roast is basically ghee paper dosa.
No.
Ghee roast is something else. Actually, I had a friend who eats seafood. I'm like, ये क्या आ गया? I wanted the ghee like dosa.
You
ghee
need
roast मतलब something
prawns,
else.
mussels, scallops, all of that in ghee
I had
roast.
no
That
idea
is the
ghee
stuff.
roast in Mangalore. Guys, on that note, sorry, a quick underrated thing that often I don't see anyone talk about with ITC Culinaire, and I had this membership for 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing that I absolutely enjoyed is ordering food via the ITC app for home delivery.
Yes.
Cab में आके deliver करता है.
Yeah.
And the best part about that is like, see, my parents, they don't want to dress up and go to ITC Chola. They feel a bit intimidated. अरे क्या यार, like बहुत महंगा होगा, so they'll refuse to come. But I found this to be great, and you get points back.
Yeah.
Right, some, I don't know, 15%,
whatever
20% points back. I was like, this was great value. So I'll order like a meal for one, but itna बेचते हैं that it's like enough for 2 people or 3 people to have a simple meal, like all your paneer and dal and roti, naan. Absolutely, I've used that at least 15 times in 1 year. Right? Any like weekend.
But I'll tell you what, I genuinely feel
loved
this.
it.
I know it's probably an unnecessary plug in here, but I genuinely feel that ITC is that opportunity that they're sitting on for years now, where they could easily become India's new Taj. I think I'm very hopeful because now the stock has split, investments have split. I think a lot of money is going to go towards ITC hotels. I genuinely am hopeful that they will build on this. I think the revamp of the entire program and app, etc., was also a start because of that. I think really hopeful. I think it's a great opportunity for ITC.
हो जाएगा, I'm pretty sure. Back to the Yum Yum show. So the next property, the next restaurant I want to talk about is again in ITC Windsor. It is not Dampuk, but it is another restaurant which is called Dakshin.
Oh, Dakshin.
Dakshin is the
I
South
heard
Indian
about this
restaurant.
one.
By far, hands down, the best South Indian thali in the country. And they have both vegetarian options and non-vegetarian
Wow.
options.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Non-vegetarian options mein, they have a seafood thali, which is exquisite. They will give you amazing. So the seafood thali is exquisite because it comes with some ghee roast chicken. It comes with roast lamb. It comes with
So seafood around India, not just say Maharashtrian or Konkan or
it's
Bengali.
Dakshin, so it's South Indian.
Oh, so okay.
Catering to the South Indian palate. Then there is a fried fish. There is some prawn in Hindi we call it laptela masala. It's very nice. And then they give you this fish moili curry. And then uske saath you can have unlimited dosas, unlimited appams, unlimited Kerala paratas. And then they get you these amazing 2 or 3 desserts.
Kya baat
One could
hai.
be Yelnir Payasam, which is served ice cold, chilled. And then one is that Ada Pradhanam,
Adapradaman,
something like that, which is made out of jaggery,
Kali
which is
liya tha
quite
Onam Sadhya.
exquisite.
Yeah.
They wrap all this up with a lovely cup of filter coffee. They bring it right in front of you. They'll pour it like that. वो ऊपर से ऐसे हाथ करके डालेगा, उस पे आएगा, and they finish it
very
off.
frothy,
It's very
filter
frothy. It's
coffee.
beautiful. That's the second one. These are my 2 in Bangalore.
All this in
I think
ITC Windsor.
But
Both are in Windsor,
But
yeah.
one interesting point, because they're talking about programs, I think there are 2 things that separate out ITC from Taj, and we should talk about it, because in the ITC membership, for somebody who's a foodie like you, for example, right, who eats often, because a lot of times I don't eat so much in 5-star restaurant. I go for the stay and I kind of enjoy, I see around. Yeah, maybe I don't eat that much, but one thing I've seen is that ITC also has a milestone benefit on F&B spends as a part of the program. So if you achieve certain milestones with food, they'll give you some additional benefits unlock.
Also, I don't think it's important to use the Culinaire membership more often than not for food. You should be smart about it. Typically, what happens is go to ITC, my recommendations are Friday nights. Friday, so normal benefit, you get 25% green point back. On Friday, they give you 50% extra. So you will get 37.5% every Friday for the rest of the year. Right? So 37.5% के लिए जाओ. I think that is when it makes sense. Otherwise, these offers on Easy Diner, right, where you have 25% plus 25% off, 30% plus 25% off, they will make more sense for you. And sometimes ऐसे भी हो गया ना, किसी का birthday है, हम शहर में ही हैं, और फिर हमको stay नहीं करना है. You just want to go and have like a good meal. So then Easy Diner might work out better for
Exactly.
you.
But I think, see, again, I liked what you said in the beginning about the vouchers ka thing, right? I think it again comes out from the ITC ka pack. They also have vouchers, for example, laundry.
Oh, right.
आपको डिस्काउंट मिलता है लॉन्ड्री पे. Now imagine I never use laundry, like कभी नहीं यूज करता हूँ मैं. But if there is somebody who is traveling often and he has that habit, there is something for him.
Yeah,
Right?
at least one set.
So for you, like the ability to be able to craft your membership in such a way that you are inclusive of all types of people is very important, I feel. Otherwise, there are people like Amaya said, like me and Amaya most probably are in that bucket where as long as the free night makes sense, we are going to take
We
the
are happy,
membership.
yeah.
Everything else है तो है, नहीं है तो नहीं है.
अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ. ITC
Go for it.
Maratha
Go
में,
for it.
Bombay में, there is a beautiful restaurant called Dampuk. First of all, the interiors are spectacular. You walk in and it feels like you've arrived like a king, like Maharaja style में. वहाँ जाओ, बैठो, the service is exquisite. They have this lovely curry called Nalli ka Salan, which is lamb shanks. And in this lovely curry, you pair it with a dal bukhara, which is like your makhani dal. Makhani is an understatement because the butter
It's
and
just too rich. It's just too rich.
extremely rich, but it is probably the most yum thing I've ever had. And you pair that with the naan bukhara.
Agreed.
Or, they have different bread options there. You could go for whatever you like.
But your choice would be Bukhara,
Windsor?
Dampuk or
Peshawari.
Peshawari. If you are going there.
Always Dampuk. Always dum pukht. Because Peshawari mein na, it's like you're sitting on those wooden barks and it's more like an appetizer restaurant.
Correct.
It is more appetizer restaurant. This is a more main course kind of restaurant. So you need to start there though with the kakori kebabs. These are lamb kebabs which are like long and they are melt in your mouth. Very interestingly, for the kakori kebabs, they use lamb meat, but then they blend it with papaya to give it that smooth consistency. Which is why when you eat it, it is so silky smooth, you're like, how can this be lamb? Yeah, they use raw papaya. So it blends and it adds that smoothness and consistency. So that, the nalli ka salan, the dal bukhara and the naan, you're sorted. You can't eat more. And then finish off on a high with shahi tukda. It is quite spectacular. Then you come to Chennai.
But no, one second. So you mentioned dal bukhara, so we cannot just like skip that statement. Have you left it for the last? The Delhi wala bukhara or like?
यार मेरे को लगता है दिल्ली वाला and everybody will say, yeah, everybody will comment and say Adil is stupid, but I feel it's overhyped in Delhi.
Controversial take of the episode.
Bukhara as a restaurant,
overrated.
Bukhara as a restaurant, I feel is overhyped in Delhi. That's my personal take. I've been there a few times, and every time I've been invited, I have never gone there myself. लेकिन मेरे को लगा कि यार ये बहुत overhyped है. लेकिन अगर आप बॉम्बे जाओगे या बैंगलोर आओगे, I feel these restaurants do a far better job. Come to Chennai, Avartana at ITC Grand.
Oh yes.
For vegetarians, this is
Avartana.
by far the most enigmatic dining experience ever.
Agreed.
This is theater on your plate.
Yeah.
You look at it and like, yaar, kya bana hai? They're artists.
For ritual, it takes a different take altogether.
For sure.
Yeah.
Avartana is brilliant.
But Adil,
हाँ जी.
last couple of years मेरा cycling मोजो थोड़ा कम हो गया.
Okay.
लेकिन आज एक नया spark आ गया है. Using my yum list, I'm going to cycle to these places that you mentioned
अरे वाह,
and
क्या
dream about all the food, of course the vegetarian ones.
Send
and
pictures.
So I feel like I've earned that, like नया inspiration आया cycling करने के लिए.
करो, cycle करो और फिर हमको pictures भेजो.
हम गाड़ी से आएंगे. We'll come by car.
Like what Adil did,
another record. India's every top restaurant covered in 30 days.
वो मजा ही आ जाएगा. ये तो
If any sponsors are seeing, they want us to attempt it. Please reach
ITC,
out
in
to
case
us.
you are listening. Taj, we love you in case you are listening. Right? Whatever. Just saying.
Or we can stack all these.
Why not?
Yeah, you never know. You never
I have
know.
new
So I think
inspiration to cycle.
those are my recommendations for Culinaire. But Culinaire largely I feel is like a food program. If you love F&B, if you love dining out, if you love using it for delivery by calling food home, this is like a fantastic program. Okay, so I think enough conversations about the Yum Yum show today. We will move back to hotel loyalty programs. What we've discussed as of now is we've covered Accor Plus, we've covered ITC Culinaire, and then we've discussed Taj Epicure. Amya, are there other couple of programs we should also keep in mind?
Hotels, I think there's a couple that I've seen that could potentially make a little sense. Let's see. There's Club Marriott. Now, I've used Club Marriott over the past few years. I've mostly gotten my hands on the Club Marriott through credit card. So I've not really bought it explicitly. So I think it's a little watered. So here's how my understanding of Club Marriott works, right? So Club Marriott, typically you're going to either get it from these programs or you buy it from a specific Marriott property, right? So let's assume that you're talking about the JW in Bangalore. You go to JW and say, ki, boss, I want a Club Marriott. The version that comes over there actually has a free night included.
Oh, okay.
The one that you get with the cards typically does not come with a free night. But here is where I think is the value, right? Like I think the one that comes with the free night, it will depend. You should check with the hotel, look at what is the value proposition.
The prices is different for every property, is it?
Yeah, every property will give you a specific price with respect to what is how much do you buy. In fact, if you go to their website, they will say
Reach out to your hotel.
Yeah, reach out so and so number and get it done. There's a few benefits that I have definitely been able to use on Club Marriott. Now, the first thing is that it comes with a discount voucher. So for example, if you're booking using points or if you're booking using even a revenue, what they will allow you to do is they'll be able to give you a 30% kind of a discount on room rate. Now, especially if you're going to some really expensive properties, this can add up really well. For example, when I went to Japan and I was just discussing with Srini for his trip, one of the properties I was considering is there's an aloft in Ginza, right? And using this voucher, everything put together, it was coming out at a reasonable rate. And in an expensive place like this, and if you have this for free anyway, I think this is something that can work out. The other thing I remember is that where I've used is they also have a bunch of F&B vouchers. So
Group dining or something of that, I think. they
group
have.
dining, and yeah, they'll give you like a 20%, 25% discount. I don't know what is the current rate. So I was able to use this. I remember I had once taken out my team for a treat to the JW for a buffet. This is the MG Road one.
Acha, MG.
And
the UB City one.
the UB City one, and next to UB City. And I was able to get like a nice 25% discount and then do a few more dips on top of that. But I think it is useful for what it's worth for this. So the way I'll put it is this, that I think there's two decision points. One is if you have the free Club Marriott anyway, that you get with one of these cards, definitely try to use the room discount voucher if you're able to get value, and the food vouchers in case you're going to go out and dine.
So somebody who's taking up a revenue challenge for Platinum challenge, for example, with Marriott Bonvoy,
There's a double dip here.
there's a double dip. Right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
This is a good opportunity.
And the second one is that if you're going to a very specific property, and I guess they also have things with corporate bookings. If you say that I do want to stay at X hotel, it's a good idea to call them up, ask them do they offer any Club Marriott variants with the free night added on, and if you get it at a good price, it'll work. Like, I think it is very dependent hotel to hotel.
Awesome.
The other one that I'll talk about, and it's not as useful in India, is the IHG one, the Ambassador program is what they call it. So, give or take, I'll give you the breakdown of it. You have to pay roughly 20,000 rupees, right? It used to be a little cheaper, 20,000, 21,000, some amount like that you've got to pay for it. In return, you're pretty much getting equivalent of one free night. This free night is eligible at your Intercontinental Hotel. So I guess in India, you'd not have that many options. You've got like 2-3 at most.
Outside India, can you use them?
Outside India is where you can potentially get good value with this one. So if you're simply able to take this, IHG Ambassador, and you're anyway staying, this 20,000 can be worth it. You also get a bunch of perks with respect to, I think, entry into the Ambassador membership and, discounts here, cheaper rates there, and so on. So India made is not useful. There's like 3 properties pretty much, like I think Chennai, not even Chennai, like Mahabalipuram.
ECR,
There's a Mumbai
Yeah,
Intercontinental, which is pretty average. Like,
Yeah.
There are more holiday
location
inns
is
than
good, but it's-
Intercontinental.
Yeah, holiday, but this one is not really useful because 20,000 you're putting down anyway. Like, what will you do with this?
The holiday.
But the Jaipur one, and again, I think some properties don't accept. I think the Jaipur one, for example, doesn't always accept these free night awards anyway. So
have you ever been
it's dicey.
any of you been an ambassador? Like
I've been
Adil has had.
what is, like, how was the experience?
Yeah, so the Ambassador is a great program if you want a guaranteed upgrade. So one of the features of the program is it elevates you directly to the top tier status. You'll become a platinum immediately. In addition to that, whichever category of room you
just
book.
like Accor makes you silver, this makes you the top tier.
See the top tier.
Oh, acha, interesting.
Top tier, I think top tier uske upar ek hai.
Okay.
This is like one tier below.
like
So it
the
gives you an
platinum
elevated
equivalent.
Platinum
status.
equivalent.
It gives you an elevated status. Let's just call it that. The core feature of that card is a guaranteed upgrade. So whichever room you book,
availability.
समझो अगर आपने बेस रूम बुक किया ना, 1 level upgrade मिलेगा आपको, guaranteed. So there's no way that they can deny it. वो मिलना ही मिलना है. So the best way to use this is book 1 level below the suite.
Understood.
So then you are 100% guaranteed to get the suite. So especially helpful for those who are going with children. Normally ना, if you put 2 adults and
दो
1
room लेना
kid or
पड़ता
2 adults and 2 kids, 2 room लेना पड़ता
Oh,
है.
that's
यहाँ अगर
nice.
suite मिल रहा है ना आपको, तो आप वो 2 डाल दो. Property specific है, research कर लेना. जैसे मैं लंदन में गया था, the Intercontinental is fab there. It's fabulous, right? So then what happens is when you book like -1, then you know you're going to get a suite upgrade. So it's fabulous.
I can think of another use case because a lot of people have been booking the luxury travel through our desk on Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Hong Kong का Intercontinental Shimsha Show is brilliant. Like
Yeah.
right next to the core place, and वहाँ पे अगर किसी को बच्चों के साथ जाना है 2 people, like 2 rooms are very expensive, man. Like this is amazing if it works. Like awesome.
I'll come to another one. There is another program called Connoisseur Club. How many of you have heard of it?
I have not heard of it.
लीला वाला. तो ये staycations के लिए बहुत बढ़िया program.
Okay.
So if you are living in Bangalore, I'll give you an example of Bangalore. I'm not a member now. I was a member for the last 3 years and then eventually I got bored of it. Here's the thing. So the base membership is silver membership at 18,000 rupees. Then there is a gold membership, I think, which is like 27,000 rupees. And then there is a platinum membership at 41,000 rupees. Now, what happens is in any of these memberships that you take,
It's
my
only
favorite
applicable
perk,
for Leela, no? But
Only Leela Palace.
Not the Discovery other hotels or whatever.
No.
Just Leela.
No GHA, no Discovery, only Leela Palace hotels.
It's a stunning Leela in Chennai also. Sea view.
Yeah.
Wow. Underrated
Arey,
property.
Leela Palace Bangalore. Top class. You're
It's a
living in a
palace.
palace.
And
It's
Metros,
incredible.
one better than the other.
हम आ रहे हैं उसके ऊपर.
हाँ, चलो,
हाँ, so the best part is the dining privileges you get on this. तो इसमें क्या होता है? Anytime you go into any Leela in the country, except their restaurant called Le Cirque, which is their French restaurant, which is one of their most iconic restaurants. उस पे 15% discount मिलेगा if 2 people are dining. Any other restaurant in the country, flat 50% off when 2 people dine. That is a killer perk. For example, in Bangalore, they have this lovely restaurant called Zen. Zen is perhaps one of the best Asian fine dining restaurants in Bangalore. Dim sums के लिए तो outstanding है. They have this lovely thing called prawn toast. Now, prawn toast typically is deep fried bread, उसके ऊपर prawns and sesame. यहाँ पे their version is different. It's like this round ball of prawn that is beautifully marinated with bread and it's crispy served to you. They have one of the best. Sorry?
Like the arancini ball, they say.
Yeah, but that's rice. This is breaded prawn and it's superb. They have something very, very cool called the crispy prawn choing fun. I think they were the ones who brought it to Bangalore, where it's a dim sum, which is a steamed dim sum. Lekin the outer shell is steamed, the inner shell is crispy fried. Imagine a spring roll went abroad for higher education and came back to India, right? But it's like superb. It's outstanding.
आपने शेफ का नाम नहीं बताया, लिख रहा है. शेफ का नाम बताओ.
यार
Chef
तो उधर
कुछ-
शेफ अभिजीत थे, but he's moved on now. He's gone to some other place. There was Chef Kumar there. Very unfortunate, he recently passed away.
Oh, shit.
So now I don't know any of the chefs there. But Chef Abhijit and Kumar were like legendary. Right next to that,
The North Indian restaurant.
Jamawar. Jamawar में आप जाओ, Jamawar में आप रान खाओ, आप there is lovely kakori kebabs
The
they make
look
there.
of that place, the chandeliers and the sitting areas and like kakori kebabs.
The galoti kebabs with those lovely shirmals placed between them. Oh man, magical. So if you really want to enjoy North Indian frontier of the food, Jamawar is your place. Flat 50% off. No blackout dates. That's
This
the
is
best
if you
part.
get the Connoisseur Club membership.
If you're a foodie, absolutely go for it. But along with this, even if you're taking like the silver status, right, you get one complimentary night. The complimentary night includes breakfast, so you're sorted. Now in the gold membership, I think you will get 2 nights. In the platinum membership, you will get 2 nights, but in royal club rooms. So these are the upgraded rooms. Until last year, this used to get you access to the suites. But now it's got a
Everything
devaluation,
is devalued.
unfortunately. They give you the Royal Club rooms, which are great. The cool part about the Royal Club rooms is it gets you access to the club lounge. The club lounge is open from 11 in the morning to 11 in the night. तो 11 बजे जाओगे, they have some snacks, they have some, I don't know if they have alcohol, but कुछ snacks वैक्स तो होते हैं. मेरे हिसाब से alcohol भी serve करते हैं वो
शाम
लोग.
को शायद
I've never
happy hours
indulged.
होता है. हाँ.
शाम को तो होता ही है.
I've stayed at the Leela Mumbai and I got the GHA titanium, so that's I got an upgrade there for the lounge. वहाँ पे तो सब कुछ allow करते हैं. Like
हाँ,
drinks
तो
and
मेरे
all,
को
so-
याद नहीं about the alcohol because you all know I don't drink. But कुछ ना कुछ चलते रहता है. So this happens. फिर दोपहर में कुछ होता है. शाम में they have high tea which is spectacular, so amazing. फिर वो happy hours होते हैं. My favorite part, 9 to 11, they have the chocolate experience. So they have these gourmet chocolates served to you and you can kind of enjoy. So if you're a foodie, right, and you want to spend a couple of days just staycationing, then Connoisseur Club is a great program. If any of you want to get it, ping us, send us a DM on the channel. Happy to introduce you to the right folks at Leela that you can speak to at Connoisseur Club and get the membership. Keep in mind, in Bangalore, these memberships are property specific for your stay vouchers. For example, if you buy it from Leela Bhartiya City, तो आपको भारतीय सिटी में रहना पड़ेगा. You can't stay at Leela Palace, Bangalore, which is at Airport Road.
आज तक तो मैं जितनी बार मेरे को ऐसी प्रॉपर्टीज कॉल करती थी मैं तो फोन रख देता था. मतलब अभी उनको फोन उठाना पड़ेगा उनका. आई एम कॉलिंग फ्रॉम लीला होटल, आपको कुछ मेंबरशिप लेना है. हाँ,
मेरे को परेश रावल याद आ रहा है. देवी प्रसाद घर पे गया.
So I have this interesting.
मस्त खा के सो गया.
So when I got hired, right out of college, now one of the things that my company has done, and I've stayed with them for 10 plus years, so I guess it worked. These people are like, "Arey, yaar, aajao, come to Bangalore, come visit the office before you come in." This is when I'm still in my last year of college. They put us up in the Leela. Man.
This is what happens when you graduate from IIT Chennai.
Yeah, it doesn't happen when you graduate.
But no. Hear this out.
इतनी गरीब थी, किसी ने नहीं बुलाया.
So they call us. They're like, "Yeah, we'll arrange accommodation and hotel. Don't worry." I'm like, "Okay." And it's like at the Leela. We go over there. They have these, giant high ceilings, chandeliers. And they've got like this entire orchestra and people are playing like the cello and piano. Man, हम लोग college students हैं.
Yeah.
We are like, still sitting there listening. We're like, wow, what is this? उसके बाद time comes for eating. And you're college students. I'm like, यहाँ पे इतना महंगा क्या खाना है? We put our tail between our legs. बाहर जाके big picture. We went next door and came back. But man, I think just like the whole experience itself that people playing on that orchestra. And I mean, we are a bunch of college kids, man, and we are still like sitting there and listening to the music, calm, soothing music.
Have you seen the Leela Bangalore?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I've stayed
Even
there.
the apartment next to it is so
It's
phenomenal.
spectacular.
Like
So
I would say, undoubtedly, it's India's Bangalore's best residential apartment, if I'm not mistaken.
For sure.
One of the best at least.
It's epic.
For sure.
I want to add a quick point, though it's not connected to paid membership, but slightly one level like smarter, like a -1 before you get into paid membership is status match. So some of the hotel programs give you status match. I think I got Hilton Diamond or something gold. So I always explore status match first before going for a paid membership, just to experience what the customer service is like. Do they respond to emails and so on? So I've gotten 1 or 2 such status matches in hotel programs, experienced it for a few months or a year, then I go for the paid membership. So if someone's curious, they can explore what status, and sometimes you may have to pay a small fee for a status match, like $49 or something, but I found it to be pretty worth
So
it.
right now, as we speak, for people who are watching this episode, if it's still running, MasterCard runs that offer where you can get a status match for free without paying anything with GHA Discovery. Leela is a part of it, and Leela is the only hotel in India where you'll be able to match it. So if you're going to Bombay, any Leela property trip you have to Bangalore, Bombay, get that. They have a double room upgrade as a guaranteed. I mean, guaranteed to nahi hai on availability, but I've not heard people not getting it.
Yeah,
When
Everybody
you say
gets
double
it.
room is like 2 levels?
Two levels
Two
upgrade.
levels.
Two
Oh,
levels. So I booked the base room and I got the club lounge room, which is deluxe ke baad wala room, and it had lounge features included. They first said that they won't give me lounge access because it's an upgrade that we have given you, so we won't let you use the lounge. But later they called and they saw the disappointment on my face and they're like, "Kar lo sir, aap access please."
तो
I
मैं
didn't call them back.
आदिल का
but
टेक्निक यूज करूंगा, स्वीट से -2 करूंगा.
मैं top room से -2 कर सकते हो. That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
So another hack, right? इसके अगर लीला, so there are a couple of Leela properties that are iconic. जैसे Leela Kovalam है. We should look at it.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
The cottages are just
it is a amazing property, ठीक है? And they have these rooms called the club rooms. The club rooms have floor to ceiling glass, so you get a complete view of the sea facing
Yeah.
beach. It is beautiful, and they come, if you book those rooms you get lounge access as well. But udhar khana is exquisite, and if you're going as a couple you'll get 50% discount on food there also.
And the property is so nice. It's like a
It's on
pyramidish
it's
view
beautiful.
and on the beach.
Yeah.
And the doors of the bathroom, I've never seen something as unique. It's like a wooden door where you get inside, and the architecture is just mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Amazing property.
it's beautiful. So if you take this, then consider which other Leela properties you might want to pair it with. Like for example, Pehle, it was earlier I used to go to this Leela Kempinski, which then got taken over as ITC. Correct. Right? So you could use the benefits there also. Kolam is another favorite of mine. I think Udaipur mein bhi ek Leela hai, which is supposed to be very good. I don't know, I have not been there. But I would say don't buy it just for the Bangalore staycation. See if you can double dip like Amya, which is like score the Bangalore staycation option, but then use that 50% discount to go and book somewhere else and take advantage of that as well. in the
Leela
country.
ka, you like perfectly summarized it. I think it's a very unique, has a unique positioning. Like I remember my stay in Leela Kovalam. They came to us, they offered us a beach pay, they set up a small patio for us. They made us have dinner there. Somebody's playing the violin. and beach ka the waves ka आवाज
मैंने
आ रहा है
बोला था ना
back end में.
millionaire.
Amazing.
यही बंदा है वो.
Beautiful experience. Like my wife will remember it forever.
Yeah.
Right. So those kind of experiences are unique.
It also comes with these dining certificates and all that, which I'm not gone into. Like, for example, it gives you 1 kg complimentary cake. It'll give you a buffet lunch or dinner voucher for free. 1 bottle of wine for free, which every year I had to gift it to someone. But
so you can actually bring the bottle back to your room, is it? Or they leave it in your room?
Like when you dine at the restaurant, they'll give it to you.
That's lovely.
Tumko khatam karna hai, khatam karo. You can bring it back, whatever. I don't drink, so it was a waste for me. They'll also give you another voucher, which is one of my favorites. It's this is only on platinum, but 50% off up to no, it is flat 50% off when 10 people dine, up to 10 people dine. तो अगर आपकी फैमिली को ले जाना चाहते हो, which is 10 people, 50% off is mental, right? For that, but वो एक ही voucher मिलेगा ऐसे. And if you are a gold member, then you get a 30% voucher. I think silver पे वो benefit नहीं है. ठीक है, let's wrap up with hotels and let's now move to airlines because there are a couple of sweet spot in airlines. तो airlines का शुरू करते हैं.
Sir, like airlines से शुरू करना है तो आपसे शुरू करेंगे. Like I've been talking about hearing about your Skyward Plus stories at hundreds of places, and Emirates पे मुझे पता है कि you will have a lot of stories to tell us. So help us understand. Hotel में, airlines में, why would I pay for a loyalty like extras program? Why would I pay for it? Like how does it even make sense? Like I've never understood the concept. If you can bring that up to the table, that would be great.
Sure. So Emirates, by far, one of the best airlines in the world, which is my opinion, like I keep saying every single time. It's a great airline if you want to do long haul for Europe or US and you want to put your loyalty or tie your loyalty to a single program. Now, you could potentially do that with Star Alliance's KrisFlyer. You could completely go into the Avios ecosystem and do it with Qatar or British Airways or that entire suite of the Avios ecosystem. I like Emirates because I have a 95% sure shot guarantee that I will get upgraded. And there is a math and there is a science to it. Sure. So my use case is I go to US to 2 to 3 times a year. I'll go to London at least once a year. So which means I am doing at least 4 guaranteed sectors, long haul, 8 return sectors. ठीक है? अब ये करना है, my company for my travel will pay for economy. Okay. But I want to fly business or I want to fly first. And I want to do it by virtue of my miles. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि let's understand how the Emirates system works. Whenever you're booking any ticket, whether it is say, economy, whether it is premium economy, business or first, there are 4 types of fares that come with it on your ticket. First is called the special fare. Special fare will be a deeply discounted fare. अगर मिल रहा है तो ले लो.
Promo type.
हाँ, it's like promo, बहुत सस्ता मिलेगा, ले लो उस पे. उस पे एक बात समझ लो, you cannot get upgraded.
Perfect.
No perks will apply. The second is the saver fare. Saver fare will have an obnoxiously large amount of miles that will be required to upgrade. Then comes the flex fare. And then comes the Flex Plus fare. Flex Plus fare is the most expensive. It will also have the least amount of air miles required for upgrade. Now, let's take hypothetical scenarios. Let's say you're doing Bangalore, San Francisco, which is Bangalore, Dubai, Dubai, San Francisco. For you to upgrade on the entire leg, you will typically require about 60,000 miles, Emirates Skyward miles, if you're booking the Flex Plus fare. Flex Plus fare or premium economy, both का mileage requirement will be same. तो जो भी सस्ता मिलेगा, sometimes it's very important, people don't see this, premium economy fare is cheaper than the Flex Plus fare on economy. So book the premium economy. That's my recommendation or learning on Emirates. Now, if it's 60,000 Emirates miles, if you want a discount on it, there is an Emirates Skywards Plus membership that you need to buy. It has 3 levels. Now, the middle level is called the advanced level. The advanced level costs about 72,000 rupees. That is the version I recommend that you buy. I recommend that you buy that simply because it gives you a few features. One, it gives you 20% discount on classic rewards. Let's say you don't want to buy an economy ticket and then upgrade. Let's say you want to use your miles only and upgrade. That is possible. So there, whatever is the mileage requirement, you'll get a 20% haircut there, which is phenomenal savings. Second, if you're doing upgrade rewards, उसपे भी तुमको 20% discount देता है unlimited number of times, which is very, very important. Third, it gives you the ability to take people into a lounge, any lounge in the world, which is very important. So if I'm traveling with a colleague, इट्स नॉट फेयर राइट कि मैं अकेला जाऊं, या मैं अगर फैमिली के साथ जा रहा हूं तो मैं अकेला लाउंज में बैठा हूं, बीवी बाहर बैठी है. दैट्स नॉट प्रैक्टिकल. You want to take someone along in the lounge. So 5 times you can take people any lounge in the world. Another benefit that I really enjoy. Recently जब मैं अभी सैन फ्रांसिस्को गया था, I had 69 kgs of allowance. Or baggage allowance. Can you imagine? On an economy.
And this is because you were Skyward Plus.
Because of Skyward Plus. Because you get 46 kilos allowance on an economy ticket also. Because I am Emirates Skywards Gold, मेरे को 46 kilos मिलता है. Normally 23 या 32 मिलेगा.
Correct.
मेरे को एक पीस एक्स्ट्रा मिलता है because I am Emirates Skywards Gold.
तो पूरा एक इंसान साथ में लेके आते हो, बच्चा लेके आते हो साथ में एक और एक, क्यों बोलेगा भाई बच्चा ले रहे हो तो
क्योंकि मैं
मेरा
अगर
45 kgs है.
फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई डू अ लॉट ऑफ इवेंट्स फॉर हैकर रैंक राइट, सो मैं क्या करता हूँ टू सेव कॉस्ट फॉर द कंपनी, ऑल माई ब्रांडिंग कोलैटरल एंड ऑल आई प्रिंट फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड आई टेक इट बिकॉज मेरे पास एक्स्ट्रा लगेज है, आई विल टेक इट देयर राइट. और आते वक्त फिर वाइफ और बच्चों की फरमाइश होती है, द किड्स विल से गेट अस मिस्टर बीस्ट चॉकलेट्स, माय वाइफ माइट वांट समथिंग, सम फ्रेंड्स लाइक धीमंत विल से आईफोन लेके आओ, तो ऐसा
जो
कुछ
कभी
ना कुछ
लेके नहीं आता है वो लेके वाला बात है, बट ठीक है.
क्योंकि उसकी बुकिंग ऑलरेडी हो चुकी होती है किसी और से. So anyways, so that baggage comes to use. I mean 69 kilos in international travel or 3-piece baggage is unparalleled. All these benefits for 70,000 rupees a year. Now if you do the math, अगर मैं 4 ट्रिप से इसको डिवाइड करूं, अगर मैं 4 कर रहा हूं जो मेरा guaranteed है, it works out to be how much? It's like 17K a year or 16K a year. 17K a year, right?
कितना पे करते हो? Like how much do you have to pay for Skyward Plus? Like,
So there are 3 tiers, like I'm saying. I choose the middle tier because most
Which is how
efficient.
much?
Is 1 year validity?
1 year validity.
Okay.
72,000 rupees a year.
And as per you, strategy बात करते हैं.
Yeah.
Who should take it? ये बताओ.
4 ट्रिप होने चाहिए साल में.
4 trip on
Long
Emirates,
haul.
long haul.
Long haul.
Okay.
यूरोप और यूएस.
Will it be fair to say, Adil, कि this will be like very few people who actually do that kind of travel? Is it like, can you put a persona of business
जैसे
people who
अभी
are traveling for
निवास
business?
आया था, निवास 8-10 ट्रिप कर लेता है साल के.
हाँ, but that's what I'm
उसके
coming
लिए
to.
तो परफेक्ट है.
Persona वही है ना. So persona is that somebody who travels
Business
for
travels.
work,
Work
exactly,
travels. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Work
It's a good option for people to top up their business travel
डबल डिप.
when with luxury double dip. Yeah, awesome.
तो इसमें क्या होता है, द वे एमिरेट्स वर्क, दे वैल्यू लॉयल्टी. इफ यू आर गोल्ड, द लॉयल्टी वैल्यू इज अनपैरेलल्ड. इफ यू आर गोल्ड एंड उसके ऊपर इफ यू स्टैक स्काईवर्ड्स प्लस, देन व्हाट हैपेंस इज the probability of you getting complimentary upgrades gets higher. Like for example, whenever I'm traveling on a connecting flight to Dubai from Bangalore, 8 out of 10 times, whenever I've gone to the check-in desk and I'm checking in, there's a sir, we've upgraded you to Dubai on business class. Enjoy your flight. तो वो मैं अपग्रेड नहीं करता क्योंकि मेरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री मिल जाता है. अब दुबई से मेरे को अपग्रेड करना है. So when booking the ticket only, what I do is I will call Emirates help desk and I will by the way always choose an A380. अगर आप 777 बुक करते हो, the number of seats are very less, so you will not get upgraded. If you're booking at A380, the number of business seats are 64. There will always be space in that. What I will do is I will call and I will ask them politely, what's the load capacity like in business? If they say, sir, it's less than 20% booked right now
समझ लो कि
and
आपका upgrade
80% is
पक्का.
available, अपना काम हो जाएगा. वो बुक कर लो. And then what happens is there is an auto upgrade option in Emirates available. You hit the auto upgrade. Ensure the miles are in your account. Randomly, a few days before your flight, you'll get upgraded.
So आपका investment is basically 72,000 for the year plus
Yeah.
a flex fare.
Yeah.
I'm assuming how much does a flex fare का premium be over a normal fare? Because I have to take a flex
Significant
fare.
premium.
कितना होता है roughly, like percentage?
20,000, 30,000 more expensive.
Okay, in percentage.
Rupees.
Percentage बताओ एक बार roughly, because sectors will be different, right?
वही 20% तो ले लो.
20% types
20
will
to
be.
25% ले
So
लो.
you pay 20% and then your outgo is 20% per trip 4 times a year
Plus your points.
plus your points. Okay, got it.
My best recommendation for Emirates is get the Emirates Skywards Plus credit card. That gets you instant silver status.
Yeah.
And if you spend 15 lakh rupees
Perfect.
a year, my strategy is I don't buy the Emirates flights directly through Emirates.com. I buy the Skywards membership every year. तो मेरा 50K स्पेंड जो एमिरेट्स पे करना है वो हो जाता है इसके
Perfect.
ऊपर. बाकी का देन आई यूज माई ट्रैवल एज और आई यूज माई
Got it.
एटलस और व्हाटएवर एंड आई बुक. Yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes it. Yeah.
I think that's a good one. I think is there any value program like this? Because what I'm seeing right now is a persona is like for people who travel very often.
Yeah.
And somebody wants to do economy or let's say business on value. Like, is there any other option, Amay?
There's actually a couple of options, and so let's look at the two other big alliances, which is Star Alliance as well as One World. So on both of these, there are options. On Star Alliance, one option is with the Life Miles program. We've talked about it in some depth in the past. But so Life Miles, essentially how it works is that you buy these miles in bulk and you can use it for Star Alliance redemptions. Like I'll give you an example. The other day I was looking at US to India economy, right? Which is like, a long flight and expensive. It was about 47,000 miles in economy, right? In business, it's like, I forgot the exact number, but 80 something thousand in business you can get with respect to this. Now with Life Miles, they happen to have, so Life Miles again, it's the Colombian airline. They are a part of the Star Alliance. They often have sales. They will have like 160%, 170% bonus offers. And during these sales, you can get it roughly 1 rupee per Life Mile, right? So for example, I spent 50,000, I got 50,000 miles and I'm using it for redeeming for US. Now these people, they have an interesting program that they call Life Miles Plus. Now, Life Miles Plus, I'll tell you what is the terms and conditions. Number one, you need to buy this program for minimum 6-month kind of a time frame. So, it's at a certain price every month, but you'll have to buy.
What is an annual program? Okay.
This is monthly subscription, but to reap benefits, you need to buy it for at least 6 months.
And so what is the entry barrier? Like how much is the per month cost or 6 months?
It is not very much. It is like I think coming in like $10, $15
interesting.
But yeah, the minimum you'll have to spend is like a 6 month. The benefit that you get is you get a 10% discount on Star Alliance redemptions. Right?
Okay.
So for example, like let's take the
तो
use.
आपने points खरीदा, points पे value लिया, points से आपने एक value. For example, if it's 50,000 miles,
yeah,
you further get a haircut of 10% on that.
Correct.
Something of that sort.
So I think for example, this is best for people who are saying कि मुझे family के साथ trip करना है, 4 लोगों का ticket book करना है. It's great, man. 42,000 rupees for a trip to US economy is like beautiful.
Sure.
So great value over here. Yeah, again, the things to be careful about is that these award charts are dynamic. It can go up or down. You may or may not get the value. It's an investment in the long term. There is a certain risk associated with it. The second thing is that 3 months. So 3 months is what you need to be wary of. The second program that I want to talk about is the Avios subscription. Now, a lot of people keep asking us saying, Arey, Avios is coming up with a bonus offer. Buy at 150% discount. Do I buy it? I'm saying do not buy it. It is still expensive. One very underrated one that you will get is what all of the Avios partners offer is a subscription basis to buy the Avios. So, for example, at the top end, it can be as much as you spend 2 lakh in a year. And you get roughly 2 lakh Avios. So you can get it as very close to like 1 rupee value, sometimes even cheaper when there is bonuses going on. Here's the thing with it. So each of these, Finnair will offer, British Airways will offer, Qatar will offer. Across the spectrum, Finnair is typically the cheapest, is what I found from my study. The Qatar one, however, has an interesting spot in which they will also give you a few tier points in addition to your actual Avios itself. So if someone is out there chasing Qatar status or, is desperate to get that one level above, this can be a double dip which can help you supplement that Qatar status. But overall, I think a very simple way to put these subscriptions is, at least at the top end ones, you can buy Avios at 1 rupee value. I think that is, if there's one takeaway. So if you're looking at, family travel, you're looking at economy travel, business travel, whatever it is, you want to spend like a couple of lakhs worth of Avios on, travel across the year or whatever time frame that you're talking of. This is beautiful, yaar. This is perfect for you.
हमें एक बात बताओ ना यार, ये अभी तुम 2 लाख रुपए देके 2 लाख Avios खरीद रहे हो. So it comes to 1 rupee an Avios.
Yeah.
Talk about some routes where how much will we pay for like a business redemption or on a Q Suites redemption, and what can you unlock out of 2 lakhs? Basically, is what I'm saying.
So 2 lakh, for example, give or take roughly, you should be able to get a return ticket into US on business class. And if you're lucky, I think on the quiz, it'll be a little more than that.
So
I think 2 lakh.
typically a Qatar return trip to US will be like 5.5-6 lakhs, right?
Typically in revenue.
In revenue. So you're saying at 1/3 the cost you can fly business.
Yeah.
This is a great way to do it.
Absolutely.
That's like the summary.
Yeah.
Also, I think economy also makes a lot of sense with Avios, right? Because
Yeah.
again, family के साथ economy travel कर रहे हो, 4 लोग travel कर रहे हैं, the math will be very similar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Economy, it's even cheaper. So the way I'll put it is this, that, and we've talked about the IndusInd Avios card as a means to buy Avios, for example, right? And that gets you 20,000 Avios for a 10,000 outlay. This is the next best thing when it comes to buying. So I think for someone like me, it actually makes a lot of sense because number one, मेरे spends इतने ज़्यादा नहीं है, so I don't have so many miles lying around. Number two, I'll tell you the other persona where something like this makes a lot of sense. You have something like, your Access card and you've got spends on that. But you're like, it's an opportunity cost. If I put it
Accor
towards
does it
Avios,
over.
I can't put it into Accor, or I can't put it into, in my case, Air Canada. So, man, buy the subscription. 1 rupee value, you get these points,
love
and you
this,
get a
yeah.
great benefit.
I just wanted to add a sweet redemption story, real life story. So I've been on Life Miles Plus for almost a year, and I was like, okay, when I find a good occasion. So finally, after all these years of coaxing, my mom agreed for an international trip. So I wanted to make it very special for her. I used Life Miles to buy a Bombay, London first class Air India ticket for her.
Lovely,
Very nice.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
53K Life Miles.
Wow.
The value is around 54,000 rupees. The actual revenue rate was 4.7 lakhs.
Arre,
Wow.
amazing. Look at that.
And
That's what we're talking about.
Even
That is a
Srini,
fantastic
she was
show.
the only passenger in first class. Had a royal treatment she couldn't believe, and also
Yeah.
because she's 70,
This
so
is the
she
same thing we spoke about on the voice
on
note.
the call. Yeah, my
nice.
most special redemption. And I was in business, and it was very close, but this was a great value for Life Miles Plus, and mom was very happy because lay flat bled royal treatment, so
Lovely,
she was
love
very
it.
happy with that.
Yeah, I mean,
On
these
this-
are the experiences, no? Like, I mean, we all talk about value and paisa kitna karna hai, but I mean, this no
He's
one's
got a
ever going to
priceless
forget. It's
value.
priceless.
On this warm note, I'm going to hand back the mic to Adil. Like, go back and
तो चलो रैप अप करने का समय आ गया है. We'll do a fun rapid fire. We'll start from Srini, come to Amya and Dhimant. Same question rotates and we'll bring this to a close. ठीक है? तो शुरू करते हैं. This is going to be rapid fire. Hotel perks. You got to say yay or nay. Yay if you want them. Nay if you say okay. Okay. So free breakfast.
Yay.
Yeah, with family definitely, yeah. खुद के लिए and I don't care.
yeah.
Late checkout till 4 p.m.
Yay.
Big yeah.
Nay.
Room upgrades.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Club lounge access.
Yay plus plus.
Big yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Welcome drink. Welcome drink.
Nay.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fruit basket.
Nah.
Nah.
Give me points.
Yay!
Fruit basket.
अरे
huh?
वाह.
आदमी हूँ यार.
ठीक है. ठीक है. Guaranteed sweet upgrade.
Ooh, yay
Anybody
plus
wants to
plus.
say nay.
Absolutely, always.
Big yay, right?
Yeah.
Big cheer.
Complimentary spa voucher.
Nay.
Nay.
That's controversial.
Yeah. मेरे
Is it like
मेरे
somebody
लिए तो
touching
big
your
है. हमें
Depends if I'm going with my wife, then yes. But I hate massages, yeah.
Really? I didn't know such a thing existed. I would love it. Like,
yeah, this is like a
आपका voucher आदिल को, आपका तेरा voucher. Done.
Done.
cool.
A big year for me, by the way.
Birthday cake.
Nay.
No.
I've always given the birthday cake back to somebody after cutting it. Like, I don't use it at all. I would say pastry, like a good pastry, not a birthday cake.
Anniversary wine.
Yay.
I mean, if I'm traveling, ठीक है, good to have.
देना है तो champagne दो वरना नहीं चाहिए.
Dom Perignon. Early check-in.
Big yay. Big yay.
Normally not. Normally I end up coming in late only.
Big one for me, yes.
Free night certificate.
Yay.
Yes, yeah.
यार मेरे से पैसा तो ले लिया तुमने ठीक है दे दो FNA.
Cool. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll round off what was a fun episode on paid membership programs. Whether it is Taj Epicure that we discussed, ITC Culinaire that we discussed, Accor Plus, or Emirates Skywards, Connoisseur Club by the Leela Palace, or Avianca Life Miles, or the Qatar Avios ecosystem. You can definitely find value in double dipping and triple dipping if you're familiar with Ameya's terms on any of these programs. See if it makes sense for you. Explore these. And if you have any questions, do jump in and ask those questions in our Discord server, which is the Great Indian Lounge. There's some fascinating and riveting conversations happening there. And we'd love to see you ask more questions and engage with the entire Points and Miles community from India. With that, big thanks, Srini, for flying all the way from Chennai for
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you for coming. Lovely getting to know you as a person and looking forward to staying in touch. The next time we're in Chennai, we'd love to come in and say hi.
Absolutely.
And indulge in some lovely food at the Pullman. The food at the Pullman is spectacular, by the way.
Yeah. I have a list and I'll share it with you, Adil.
Amazing. Ameya and Dhiman, thank you, sir, like always, gentlemen, for being part of the show and for giving your very interesting anecdotes.
I want to add, if anybody wants to have a shot at knowing more about Adil's frame, just leave a comment Dubai frame. Don't say frame, say
Yeah,
Dubai
say
frame.
Dubai frame.
And we will get back to you with what brand it is. And if there is enough response, how about launching a co-brand?
मर्चेंडाइज करना है तो चश्मा आना ही है.
अब यही बाकी है, मर्ज करो. ठीक है, चलो. On that fun note, this is Srini, Amaya, Dhimant and Adil signing off for the Great Indian Points and Mile Show.
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow, all aboard the Great Indian Points and Mile Show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Mile Show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo. Hidden treasures in every flight. Nights in places that feel so right. From deserts to the city lights. Get set, steal those dazzling sights. Miles stack up each passing day. Rewards come back in a million ways. In this game you want to play the Great Indian Adventure, yay! Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the Great Indian Points and Mile Show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.